back to another episode. Happy Saturday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. We have a packed show tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, and we have some jazzing drama that we're going to get into. So, in the words of Luch, strap it on because it's going to get crazy. And obviously, as always, before we get started, I don't want to hear that feelings got hurt. So therefore,
the following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
You've been warned. You've been warned. I don't want feelings hurt. I don't want people crying. I don't want any of it. Okay. So, Joker J, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I am good. Just got back from the lake. Tired, sun-kissed, feeling happy. Happy 4th, everybody. God bless America.
Yes, absolutely. And we have Nefty in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me again. Happy 4th to everyone. I'm glad to be here. Let's go.
How is Jazz Inc. doing? he's the resident Jazz Inker.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get started with the chat, guys. Say hello to you guys, because without you guys, it would just be me talking to Rudy all day. So we have Luch. Shout out to Rudy. We have Luch in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. He says, what up, my acolyte viewing party members? Yeah, you're the only one who never comes. Unbelievable.
Yeah, really.
Talking smack about it, and he never shows up. Unreal.
He's a peeper.
This is for you.
Konnichiwa, bitch.
What about that one?
We got Rob, my friend. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
I'm doing.
Nice to see you, my friend. Welcome. We have Jose in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome.
Hello.
He says, what's going on, fellow collectors? On my way back to work. I just wanted to stop by and say hello. Thank you, my friend. We'll be watching a stream on my way back to work. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. I appreciate it. Let's see who else is in the house. We got Ryan in the house. Welcome, my friend. What's up, everyone? Yo, Fabs, can you kindly write to Hot Toys and tell them to pick up? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
We don't need to stain Hot Toys with that peasant line. Okay, let all the other peasants take care of that. Who do you got? You got Inert doing it. You got Asmus doing it. You got who else? You got a bunch of people doing it. Hot Toys does not need to get dirty with that line. Okay, so leave them alone. Leave them out of that mess. Okay, because even if they decide to get into that line, guess who's going to be king anyway? So let Inert have something. Okay, let them have something. We got Jim in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
We got the Thor in the house. Welcome, my
I'm doing.
being here. Welcome. We got Bo in the house.
How you doing?
We got the Nightmare in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
We got Paul in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. How are you tonight?
I'm doing.
Welcome, everybody. We got Caleb in the house. How are you, my friend?
Hello.
Let's see. How am I? 10 minutes late, but I'm still not late. Oh my God. Here we go.
How dare you?
It's fair.
Already. A wizard with a fabulous collection is never late. They arrive when they choose to. But yeah, it is a tradition for him to be late. Actually, let's get something straight here very, very quickly. I've never been late. Okay. What happens is time doesn't wait, but I'm always on time. Okay. We got Ryan. He says Fabs gives a 15-minute window just in case we're running late, my buddy. Oh my God.
We're on flex hours. We show up 15 minutes late, but we stay 15 minutes later too.
Exactly. See?
You just don't know that.
This is for you, Ryan.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize
to absolutely nobody.
Oh man, Uncarded in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Hello.
Let's see. He says always late. Typical. Oh my god, that's so funny. Get up there, Uncarded Fab. Can ring your doorbell. Oh my god, we got Nefty saying hello to everybody. We got Albert in the house. Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you.
Hello.
Who else is in the house? I was hoping for a light show. What's a light show? What's a light show?
You hear the fireworks outside?
Oh, I got you. I know. I did. Yeah, we were actually we had fireworks still today outside.
They're going off right now. My neighbors do it every year.
Yeah, I saw in the news somewhere in Long Island, a particular neighborhood went crazy with the fireworks and it went out of control and started destroying cars.
Cars. Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome, my friend. Oh my god. We got Chris. Made it. Welcome, my friend. Thank you. Nice to see you guys. All right, guys. So let's get started. We're gonna get right into it. Obviously, we're waiting for a few more people, but let's just get started anyway. So first and foremost, obviously, we're gonna get into the drama first. Okay, we're gonna get into the drama first because I feel like we already went over, obviously not you guys, but I spoke on the other stuff. You know what? No, let's not. Let's do it the proper way. Okay, let's do it the proper way. So we're gonna start with Echo. Obviously, two exciting announcements from the Clone Wars by Hot Toys, the king as always. So let's start with you, Nefty. Nefty. So obviously this was out announced a couple days ago. How do you feel about this announcement? Are you excited for the announcement? Do you collect the Clone Wars or are you strictly jazzing?
No. Absolutely, I jumped on this. I have all the characters, even the one that came with the bark. So these are the last.
Apple.
Yeah, these are the last two I'm missing. And by the way, a shout out to Nightmare. He posted those episodes of Clone.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It was a great breakdown. I followed it.
Yes, that is true. Shout out to Nightmare. He did. He posted in the group, guys. If you haven't joined the group, Hot Toys 16 Evolution on Facebook, he posted. If you guys wanted to learn about Echo and Fives, he pointed out which episodes to watch from the entire series. To learn specifically on those two characters. So that was a very, very cool on his part because I would have never done that because I wouldn't even know where to start looking. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. Thank you, my friend.
With this, I was never around for the sideshow, and I know they're out. They were out there for all that money if you're willing to pay for it. But I'm glad they made it, and so I can, I guess, complete this specific line. Now, my understanding is there's more ARC troopers if they wanted to go crazy and ballistic, which they can because these are a lot of reused part, painted differently or mismatched differently. So definitely excited for both of the characters.
And not only that, but remember that not every single ARC trooper has a head sculpt. Look at Apple, for example.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So they could easily just keep giving us, repaint after repaint after repaint, which is what I said. Shout out to William. We spoke on that when the announcement came out. Jay, what about you? How do you feel about the character? Do you have any connection to the character? How do you feel about them finally completing these 5?
I know next to nothing about this. I've seen some snippets, but not even enough like Nightmare would share to know anything. I'd have to go back and look up those episodes. But this apparently is a big deal to people that were Clone Wars fans. So I can understand the excitement. For me as a layperson, it's just different. I've always had a problem with clones. Let me just say that right off. So having a billion troopers that look like a Hawaiian guy that's not even supposed to be Boba Fett, let's be honest.
Wait.
Kind of annoys me.
Before you continue, please do not be racist on my stream. Go ahead.
You're the Hawaiian sis here. I like the Polynesian people. Let it be known. No, but I don't even know if they're Polynesian. I don't even know. But so yeah, I don't know. I mean, like for one group of people, this is fantastic. For
Right.
me, I'm gonna forget these things even came out in about 3 weeks.
So you haven't got a single Clone Wars figure at all?
No. I got Rex. I got
Okay.
I got the new 501st, the baby blue ones with the gloss. I got a couple of them, but I
From,
don't have any of these
Wonder?
guys that like complete the group. But to be honest, when you show the picture of all 5 of them, damn, they look fantastic.
Yes, that's what, and that's exactly why they did that, to make it more appealing for people who love clones to begin with. They see this and they're like, wait till I get them all 5. You know what I mean? So I think that's part of the plan.
This is akin to when people see my Spider-Man. They go, why do you have so many of the same? I'm like, they're not the same. You got to look at them.
Correct.
That's what this is. People
Correct.
that know what this is.
That's exactly right. Absolutely.
So,
and the hardcore fans know exactly which one's which without having to, really get in there and try to figure it out. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't say I'm happy for people because I don't go around my days thinking about people I don't know being thrilled. But as far as I can, say for being happy for people, some people are really excited about this. And for that, I'm happy for them, I guess.
Joker right now.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Well, you know me. I just think people say a lot of stupid shit that they don't really mean, and I like to call it out. Like, when people ask you how you doing at a funeral, how do you think I'm doing? Like, I don't like pleasantries. Just get to the point.
What do you mean? You don't like the play nice attitude?
Play you.
Yeah,
don't be nice. Don't be bad. Be appropriate.
Right.
Be
yourself. Be authentic.
Be yourself.
Be authentic. We got
anyway.
Guys, please. There's 28 of you guys in here. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Thank you guys for being here as well. Chris says, Nefty, you want to sell those figures behind you?
I'm actually giving them a rest because they were in the sitting position inside the Millennium, the Jazz Inc. Millennium Cockpit. Just giving them a rest. 2 of them were standing, but Han Solo and Chewie, they were sitting down, so I had to give them a rest. Change the position now.
Look at that.
So, Fabs, do you own any of the Sideshow old ARC Troopers?
So I have had Echo and Fives Phase 1 since from the day that they came out, but I never knew about the Phase 2, and somebody had them posted in one of the groups yesterday for $1,000, and everybody, literally every single reaction to that post was a laughing emoji. Everybody was cracking up at the guy, because if you wanted to sell those things, you should have done it before these were announced, not the day of them being announced. Yeah. You know what I mean? So one of the comments was, that ship literally just sailed right now. Because it's true. Like, you're going to wait until Hot Toys makes them. People try to get rid of their stuff before it's announced, not when it's announced. And you're not going to get top dollar if you're announcing it after it was just announced. If you're selling it after it was just announced. So he ain't getting shit. I
did that with Endor Leia when they announced the new Han, the Return of the Jedi Han. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, I don't have an Endor Leia to pair him with. I was like, I better get on that real quick. And I got in and got out, and then the next day prices started going up a little, and I was like, yeah. I mean, I barely got under the door on that one.
And Fab, still no Marvel, huh?
I'm telling you. People keep saying that. People keep saying, what's happening with Marvel? Where is Marvel? Where's that 85, year, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, we got She-Hulk and we got the recent.
No, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah. We haven't gotten Deadpool, and I think when we get Deadpool, I think that's when it's all gonna come. I think they're waiting for that because that's gonna be the biggest, Marvel movie of the year. So I think they're waiting for that to unleash everything else. We got Guillermo in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. How are you?
Hello.
Welcome. We got Derek in the house. How are you, my friend?
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Thor says, just need Apple. We'll trust Fabs Grogu. We got Ernesto in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Nice to see you, my friend. Welcome. We got TK592 in the house. Long time. Look at you.
How you doing?
Welcome. Let's see what he says. I'll wait for Jesse. This guy. Nefty, you got a brother in
You
Oh my god. The Nightmare says, other than Fives, Echo, Jesse, and the only other ARC Trooper that showed his face was ARC Trooper Commander Colt. Okay, so there you go, guys. So when Hot Toys decides to make Commander Colt, he's going to be the next one with the head sculpt. But clearly, besides that, there aren't many others, or at least any others, from what the Nightmare's saying, that have a head sculpt. So there you go. You know what I mean? So they shouldn't be, 275 going forward, because the rest of them shouldn't have a head sculpt again, unless they make Commander Colt. Jim says, I'm waiting for the gluted clones troopers. Yeah, I can't wait. You know who I really want rooted? Jesse. Ernesto says, yep. I have seen Sideshow new ones on sale. At this point, we will continue selling or keeping them. Well, I don't know if you mean the side. Yeah, I've seen the Sideshow new ones on sale. Yeah, but which new ones? What do you mean? The phase 1 or the phase 2? Because I only saw that phase 2 set for $1,000, but I didn't see anything else. Cassandra, welcome. Nice to see you. Welcome. Where's Peasant Bread?
Yeah.
Is he playing Zelda again like a peasant? All right, so guys, now, like I mentioned, price $275. So obviously for a clone, anybody would say so expensive, very expensive, blah blah blah. Obviously we're getting head sculpts, and not only a plain head sculpt, but not a plain head sculpt like Jesse, not a plain head sculpt like Rex, not a plain head sculpt like any of those. We actually have rolling eyes in the head sculpt right now. So obviously just with that alone, you should expect a price increase because it doesn't come for free. So Nefty, how do you feel about getting a clone for $275? And I understand that any clone is any clone, but Echo and Fives are a big deal pair, right? They're a big deal pair for I feel like they're a legendary pair. So when it comes to the Clone Wars, at least. So how do you feel about the $275 price point and the upgraded eyeballs?
I find that's a fair price. The upgraded eyeball is definitely a welcome to the Trooper figure. So, and yeah, no, I don't see a problem with the 275. Always, you want anything cheaper, but 275 for a head sculpt with rolling eyes, good to go.
Oh shit, Mike.
Michael, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Hello!
That's my buddy whose lake house I was at.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Thank you for letting my friend use your house. He's on the phone. A buddy of his. Oh, okay. Tell him I said hello. Tell him to cut off that conversation. We're more important over here. So Joker J, same question for you. How do you feel about the 275 price point and the rolling eyeballs being included for the first time on the clone?
I don't know. These things were 220 a couple of years ago. Now, instead of being 250, it's 275. I don't buy into the rolling eyes being a reason. Everything gets rolling eyes now. Even third parties starting to do rolling eyes. I would like to see this thing. I'd like to see him at 250, but he's not a standard stormtrooper. He's got a little bit of extra going on. So I guess with today's money, it's fair, but everything is getting so close to that $300 mark. It's like, come on, man. You can't give us a break on the troopers at least to balance that out. But
it's painful.
They're in business to make money. I mean, I'm thinking with the mind of a collector right now. So yeah, it's fair. But again, with prices going up, I'm starting to shop elsewhere than Sideshow, if anybody from Sideshow is listening, because that tax and shipping is killing me with these figures, because it's not 275. This figure's around 310, 315. Just be aware of that. I mean, everybody that's in our group is pretty seasoned. Nobody's learning anything new, but any of those 200 people that watch us later after we're off the air, if anybody doesn't realize, this thing is not 275. So ask me if I think 315 is a fair price. No. You know what I mean?
That is true. But the only sad thing about that is that, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing Sideshow could do with the tax. You know what I mean? And the shipping is the killer too. Some sites give you, they give you free shipping.
But for
you should ask Jazink about shipping, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you so you can ask them directly, since you got the direct line. You got Yos's direct line, and you got Michelle Pfeiffer's too, because you're all you're all hang out. You all hung out July 4th. Stop lying. So now let's get into fives now, guys. So fives, literally again, Tamora Morrison head sculpt up, same exact thing, obviously tweaked. Now we have the tattoo on the forehead, on the side of the forehead, right? He's got the goatee on this one. This one looks up to me, looks a lot less like Tamora Morrison than Echo. But again, a sexy looking clone. I feel like the clones with the pauldrons look more, and I think that's what the whole point, right? More high ranking, more badass. They just look fancier to me. So I always love these. Rex looks amazing. Jesse looks amazing. So I love those clones. And they're all displayed with the head sculpt. I don't waste a head sculpt on a clone. I don't care if, they don't really show them that much on the show. I don't care if, whatever it is. I love enjoying the head sculpts of the figures. That's why we collect Hot Toys, right? We buy Hot Toys for that. And again, it's not that everybody that has to display it because of that. People will do whatever the hell they want to do, but I choose to do it that way. So I don't feel like I'm wasting the whole point of buying this figure, which to me is the head sculpt, not so much the helmet. If I wanted a figure without a head sculpt, I would just buy anything else without the head sculpt. You know what I mean? So Nefty, how do you feel about this figure specifically? Do you think they're very alike? Do you think is it necessary? Obviously, if you're not a hardcore Clone Wars collector or a Star Wars collector in general, do you think they're appealing enough for your casual collector?
I mean, you got to be into the ARC Troopers. A casual collector, I mean, if he's faithful to Star Wars and Clone Wars, yeah, maybe. But you really got to be into the ARC Troopers because, they all start looking the same for a person that's not into it. You understand? So they may not find it appealing, but yet, people that are into the ARC Troopers, into the Clone Wars, it's an iconic character to have. So, yeah, so one side is going to say, nah, the casual guy is going to be, nah, I'm not interested in it. It looks the same as the first guy. The person that's into the ARC and into the Clone Wars definitely going to see a reason to obtain it and get it. And let me ask you, Fabs, back in the old days, I used to hear a lot that when Hot Toys would make a specific series of IPs, sometimes they would not complete it. Do you find that Hot Toys now is lately completing more lines? For example, Bad Batch is about to be completed.
Absolutely.
This one obviously looks like it's going to be completed.
No, I don't think this will ever be completed because there's so much of it, but they're going deep into it. Yes.
Yeah, because I used to hear that a lot from the older guys.
No, they never completed anything. Hot Toys was one figure here from this line, one figure there from that line, one figure here from this line, one figure. It was never about completing lines. I feel like one of the very first bigger lines that they completed, because again, you can't really complete a line, but that they would make a couple figures for those movies. The Jack Sparrow movies, the Pirates of the Caribbean, they made a few of those figures, and this was years ago in the not very, very beginning, but it was still very early on Hot Toys for those Pirates of the Caribbean figures. So I'm saying this because there's a bunch from them. I don't know. I don't remember. Obviously, they're right there, but I don't remember if they were from different movies, which I believe they were. But I don't remember exactly how many per movie they did. But they made a whole bunch for that, whether it was a trilogy that he did or whatever it was, they made, about 9 of those figures, which again, I have every single one of them. Even the variants of the Sao Feng guy, the Asian guy.
They remember.
Yeah, go ahead, Joey.
Remember with this too, this is like reprint. It's easy to make this whole line. Yeah. Same thing with Bad Batch.
Correct.
A good test would have been like Eternals. But that movie didn't do so well, so they're not going to make all those people.
These, you know, for them to make an entire line of clones, it's going to be very easy and very simple because it's all the same reuse panels, the same reuse molds, right? The same reuse. It's all going to be whether the clone comes with a head sculpt or not, right? If it does, they make the head sculpt. If not, it's a straight helmet. If it requires 2 helmets of phase 1 and phase 2, they'll include it, right? If it's necessary. And that's it, right? It's going to be a different paint, and that's it.
What about the Guardians line? Like they still haven't given us the new suit Drax, I believe, right?
Right.
And then we just got Mantis from the old, you know, to complete the old line.
Yeah.
Right, Mantis
Good.
from the old line.
So yeah, I think this is easy to complete, like I said, because they can just, it's almost the same thing.
Fabs, you mentioned Jack Sparrow. Did you see that third-party Blackbeard?
Yes, we're gonna talk about that tonight. That looks beautiful.
You got pictures of it?
Huh?
You got the pictures?
I saw the pictures, but I'm gonna pull them up. I'm gonna pull them up later on. Yes, I saw the pictures. That thing looks like better than Hot Toys quality, at least from these images. That picture of that actor looks straight like it looked like it was him. That's how good those pictures look. Obviously, I don't believe it. Right? I don't think that final product is going to look like that, especially because of the company making it, which you know, the SW Toys, which they're very decent. They're not horrible, but I can tell you it's not going to look like that as a final product. Absolutely not. Because that thing is not going to be expensive either. It's going to be what, 140, 150?
No, I thought it was 280.
Oh, is that expensive? So then I didn't even look at the price. That's why I don't even know. But I saw the pictures and I was like, this is gorgeous. Well, yeah, we're going to talk about it later on. So now, guys, question for you. So if you guys were beginner collectors and you were not Star Wars collectors, right? And you saw these 2 figures up, your first 2 pre-orders that you guys were to see, would these be appealing to you guys in the sense of, oh my God, these look good. You know, they're Hot Toys figures. They're going to be incredible in hand. Would you get them? Nefty?
I would say, yeah, because they look all teched out, military out. Well, you know, the regular troopers, you know, stormtroopers, they're plain.
Kind of boring, right?
Yeah, this, you know, as you know, Fabs, I started collecting military figures, and they're pain in the ass, but I'm taking back with all the merchandise and items that they have.
Yep, all the accessories, all the detailed, all the little clips, all the little, you know, the little light little things, right. They're very, very good.
That's the vibe I get from these particular troopers. They come with a lot of bells and whistles, so that, you know, if you're into all that stuff, it'll definitely be appealing for a new collector.
So the aesthetics of it appeal to you.
Yeah. You know, it's not just the trooper with the blaster. This thing has a lot of little bells and whistles all around, you know, and the variation. But, you know, if you're into that military tack stuff, you know.
Let's say you didn't own any of these and you saw this picture here. Oh. Would this make you want to go backwards and say, I need them all?
Yeah, absolutely. I like how that looks, all buffed out.
What about you, Jay?
Yeah, I think Nefty took the words right out of my mouth. There's a lot of people that I hear that are gravitating towards military style figures, even though it's Star Wars and it's not modern day or anything human. It's something fantastical. They have a certain appeal, and like I took the pauldron off my other trooper to double, you know, give this guy some shoulder pads, because I love that look.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's beautiful.
Those clone troopers. Look at these guys. 1, 2, 3. I mean, gorgeous. They look like a badass. They look like if the Carolina Panthers had a cool football team. you know what I mean? And they weren't the dregs of the NFL.
You know what would look really, really badass? These 5 looking at the Bad Batch. Them 4 staring at these 5. That would be a sick picture right there.
You just gave some guys some
oh my
cool
God,
ideas.
Why did I open my big mouth? Unbelievable.
At the bottom,
I should have done that myself.
Bottom of their feet, they have Deadpool like this.
Deadpool. Imagine. But no, that is gonna look epic. I am telling you right now, that is gonna look incredible. I should have never opened my mouth.
You heard it here first.
I know you heard it here first. Anybody who any picture you see of this, you know where they stole it from. Let's go to the She-Hulk guys, because obviously she's also out. I haven't seen anybody post pictures of her yet. I haven't seen any pictures in groups. I haven't seen anything. One thing I was thinking about was, obviously this is from a show. If we're talking about anything artisan at the moment, right, regarding her specifically, she wouldn't make sense as an artisan figure because she's coming from a show. If we look at everything that's been made artisan so far, even, Scarlet Witch, she's what? That's from a movie. That's not from a show, right? That's not from WandaVision. That's not from anything like that. It's not from her series. So making the pattern, right? You see that it's coming from everything they're making artisan is movie pieces, movie characters. So my point to you guys was, let's say that wasn't the case, right? Let's say this was up for, for a pre, and it doesn't mean that they're never going to make her, right? Because remember, she will appear. Actually, I don't know now that she got fired, so forget that thought. So yeah, exactly. Because I was going to say, she was 100% going to appear in the future movies, and obviously, once she appears in a movie, then there's a possibility of her getting rooted. Like I said, there's no way they're using this body only once, right? Because again, she's supposed to be in other movies in the future. Now, again, we don't know. But again, remember that Drax was a body that was made one time, used one time, and never again. So does it happen? Yes. Does it happen often? No. Right? So that's where I'm headed with this question. So let's go with you, Jay, first. Do you think, or would you buy this figure if there was a possibility that Hot Toys announced her artisan?
No, I wouldn't, because she's terrible. This show was horrible. She-Hulk is an interesting character, but I don't like this version. I guess it was the Savage She-Hulk Brad was saying it was the one I like. She looked like she's going to the gym.
Well, forget the show. Let's not attach the show, because obviously it's going to turn you off. Just let's focus on the figure alone.
Okay.
Forget the show. Let's focus on the figure. If, as what you see here, would it be any more appealing to you if it had the real, wool hair?
Slightly. The problem for me with this is the workout outfit. She looks like she's going to the gym, and I don't want a green girl going to the gym. I want a superhero.
So
I think a lot of the attraction. Say again.
What would you have wanted her to wear?
like a kind of like a Bruce Banner type thing with the ripped jeans and a half shirt, kind of looking like she's a monster coming out of her skin. Not I'm going to work out and I just happen to be green and 7 feet tall.
I gotcha. So yeah, you want that rugged, rough, I just ripped through all my clothes look.
Yeah, but people like this because first off, we don't have another She-Hulk. It's a giant figure. There's a lot of things that are appealing about it, but I definitely think the massive plastic sculpt of hair on this is not good. I think this is a figure that definitely would do well with an artisan treatment. But I don't know. People have reasons to like this. I just think there's like 10 people that really give a crap, to be honest with you. But
Hefty, your turn.
To me, Fabs, this is the most expensive placeholder I bought. I'm grabbing it because it's the only She-Hulk we have right now. I saw the show. I know she's fired. They had plans for her for Avengers 5 and Secret Wars.
Right. And
she wanted more money, and they said, no, it's more complicated than that. But basically, she's gone. So this is a one and done. At least that face is a one and done. So it's an expensive placeholder. I'm grabbing it. I've grabbed it already. So until I get another She-Hulk down the line, and I would have loved that street jeans or pants ripped and blouse ripped. Absolutely, would have been nice. But
what about the artisan aspect of it? Would you?
I would have loved it. I would have loved it. Absolutely, because this always reminds me of Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon's long hair. I suspect this might be limited when you try to twist it or move it around, move the head around. So, but artisan, absolutely, I would have jumped on it. But I take this again, the most expensive placeholder.
And what about the artisan aspect of it?
What about it? It would have been nice.
Oh, you would have bought it if they
Yeah,
made
yeah, I
it?
would have bought it. I would have bought it. Absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely,
and
absolutely.
do you think it's still potentially a possibility?
Well, it got complicated because now she's fired. I know they own the right to this. I mean,
Right.
are you saying they're gonna remake this one in Artisan? I'll take a stab at it, but I would have liked another She-Hulk looking differently. Different attires and with the Artisan version. But if you're telling me it's the same exact She-Hulk what she's wearing now, but Artisan, I mean, I guess I'll get it, but I wouldn't want it that way. I would want a new She-Hulk, different attire with the Artisan.
Gotcha. Guillermo says Mr. Collection Ventures reviewed this figure a day ago on his YouTube. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't watch YouTubers, with the figures. I usually see like, when somebody posts their pictures in the groups, that's when I get to see the figure in hand through somebody else. But I don't go out of my way, watch people's videos because I'm going to get the figure anyway. So I want to experience that myself. I don't need to go see it somewhere unless like the figure is like something I'm like, oh my God, I need to see this. And that's very, very, very rare. So I don't take the joy out of me opening my own figure that way. So that's why I don't watch anybody. I know obviously people get these figures day one and they do the reviews day one, but that, I don't bother with that just because, I rather experience it myself.
Now, Fabs, historically, Hulk figures, they've done well, right? After they sell out, except for that Professor Hulk. But every other Hulk figure's done well, right?
Yes, so the very first Hulk, the Avengers Hulk, was a hit because the way that Hulk, it was the only Hulk that was that massive at the time, that was that accurate at the time, that was that massive at the time, that was that good at the time. Hot Toys, not Hot Toys, no other company had made a 1/6 scale Hulk like that worked out as well as it did. So that's why it was a hit, and obviously because the movie was a hit, that helped. But the figure is great. Then you got the Age of Ultron Hulk with the double torso,
Yeah,
which was Michael, welcome.
Oh, hey.
So
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
they end up they end up giving you the deluxe torso with it with with arms up. There was like a part, it became like a power pose with that torso. But again, a hit as well. They changed the color application on the paint application on it. It was more yellow than green. That was also a hit. It was going for super expensive once it sold out.
and Professor Hulk.
And then Professor Hulk was the only one that because of, not only because the figure wasn't as good overall, but it was the whole thing behind it, right? They weakened the Hulk. The Hulk was supposed to be this, this maniac monster thing. And look, they made him smart. And again, it's part of the comics, I understand. But that turned off a lot of people. And again, the figure was just very blah. It was more like a big human that was green rather than this monster, So that's what I feel. And again, the movie's not the movies. The way that they ended the movie with the Hulk being, no longer the Hulk, his arms gone, and then obviously we pick up again on She-Hulk and it's healed, and blah blah blah. But all of that, has to do with during that time. I remember that was a big part of the conversation regarding that Hulk was that the way that they ended with Hulk, it was like what the hell, But obviously, like I said, we know that changed on the show She-Hulk, but they left off that movie, the Hulk. After Endgame like that, which a lot of people didn't like. Michael, welcome.
What's up? Happy 4th.
So happy 4th. So question for you. So we're talking about this figure. So obviously you haven't talked about this at all. So how do you feel about this figure? Did you order this figure? Did you pre-order this figure? Are you getting the figure? And how would you feel if Hot Toys decided to do an artisan of her?
No PO. I think it looks weird. The face looks weird. I think it's the character. I think it's her, right? She's got like buggy eyes to begin with.
Yeah. Yep.
And when you put her buggy eyes on a figure, it's looking like a buggy-eyed figure, right? So I think that's definitely playing into it, and I don't like it. Like I think it looks weird. No, artisan, absolutely not. Please, what a joke that there's even talk of that. Like,
well, no, because so what I mentioned before you came in was that they've been making artisan figures for movies only, right? Right now, strictly movies. Obviously, this is from a series, so I don't expect it. It shouldn't be happening just from pattern, right? I mean, I've been making only movie stuff. So my thing is, if potentially that was an option, because
I would love for them to do it, to be honest, because it would just show you how stupid it would look. Could you imagine all that hair? Could you imagine all that hair on this giant buggy-eyed head?
Now, question for you: how do you like the expression?
No, like this is where this is why they do a very plain expression, because I feel like the expression's also playing into the weirdness of the head sculpt. Like she's got a little bit of a smirk, right? She's got a grin. It's not a normal, head sculpt. I guess to me, she's got a little bit of a grin and happy expression to me.
Chris says, "Ugly figure, pass for me."
It isn't. I mean, let's just be honest. It's an ugly figure. That's exactly right. I mean, it could be definitely a cool figure. You know what I mean? I think they did a good job on the sculpted hair, to be honest. But,
so how do you feel? How do you feel about the body?
The body looks good. The body actually looks good. I mean, I hate the outfit. I don't like the gym suit. The purple gym suit looks, again. It's just that I think also contributes to the ugliness of the figure.
So you would also rather a destroyed jeans look, a ripped shirt look?
You know what? I would like, honestly, I would like a business lawyer attire suit in this
ripped
out version.
All ripped.
Not ripped. No. I don't need her bust.
So you mean her in her work suit?
Yes.
Oh, with the glasses.
I'm pretty sure I saw that in the show, that she was in her Hulk version in a lawyer outfit.
Yes.
Why?
Oh, that's a great. Yeah. Why that? Why that and not this?
Because Jennifer Walters, it's not like, again, She-Hulk is not like Hulk, right? Hulk is the guy who busts out of his shirt and Hulk smash, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. She-Hulk's never been that way. She's articulate and can talk and doesn't smash things like regular Hulk. You know what I mean? So,
but you'd still rather have her in a suit than like something more. Really? Wow, that's interesting.
Because I want to say that's how I probably liked her in the show. Like probably the only positive memory, because again, I didn't like her in the show. I didn't like how She-Hulk was portrayed. Again, probably contributes to why I don't love the figure. But where I think they got her right is that, like, I like that lawyer version of She-Hulk. There's a couple of comic covers that I can remember of She-Hulk, like being dressed up in her, quote unquote, her lawyer outfit or her business attire. And I don't know. I like that look. I wouldn't mind.
I think that would be and actually that is a great point, because remember, I told you there's a huge possibility that they're going to reuse this body, and that could be a great variant for them to make a nice tailored suit for her. Would be incredible.
Did she have glasses in the show?
I just said with the glasses on.
Did she have glasses?
I think so. If I remember correctly, I think so.
I mean, that would help with those buggy eyes too, man. Jeez.
I'm telling you, but that is a great idea. And if anything's gonna come out of that, it's gonna be that alternate look with her in a suit. Absolutely.
Glasses do make a chick look good. So
Baroness. Prime example of the Baroness.
You mentioned about the licensing and her being fired. How long are these licenses for? Like, does it matter that she was fired? If she's going to be used in the future, I know they're going through these talks in Hollywood now about this type of stuff, but can they use her and just make it all digital and have somebody with a screen capture suit on for the future movies she doesn't need to be employed. So they can reuse this figure. We can get her again for Avengers and for whatever.
The reason she was fired was she was asking for more money for Secret Wars and Avengers 5, and they weren't budging, and eventually,
But that's separate from a likeness contract.
So what they did with this figure specifically was, or for the show specifically, was the one thing that they were trying to, I guess, stay away from with the likeness. So what they did was they used her actual face and they put it digitally on that She-Hulk body. So that's why you still get to see her likeness in that green under there. The only thing that I would assume that would affect it is, obviously, you can't have her face shape there and she can't look like her. But if you make it digital and you make your own, whatever, nobody owns that. You know what I mean? Nobody owns that. But Disney still owns She-Hulk anyway, so they can use her for the rest of their, for the rest of their life if they want to, without having to hire an actress, because you don't need an actress for this. If obviously all this green stuff didn't come from her physically, it's all CGI, so they could easily just do whatever scenes that the She-Hulk is supposed to appear in, 100% CGI, and there you go.
Maybe.
No, that's a possibility. I'm not saying that that's what they're going to do, but I'm saying it's a possibility if they don't want to bother with people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's what I'm curious about. What are the stipulations on these types of contracts for likeness rights? Can they get away with that? Because I know that's a big thing in Hollywood right now. Actors are afraid that AI they're gonna take their image and just AI all these people and cut them out of the
that was the whole thing. That was why they were protesting, because of that. They wanted to add that to every single contract, and they were like, absolutely not. Because then once they own your likeness, why do they need you for? You know what I mean?
And it's in perpetuity. They don't have to re-up.
Exactly. They were paying them nothing too for that. They were using it forever, and they were paying them nothing. So they were like, absolutely not. So that's what was going on during that whole protest thing. But that's the thing. They own She-Hulk, period. Right? Whatever they decide to do with her, they're going to decide to do with her. The only thing is, it cannot look like the actress, period. That's the only thing that has to happen. They still own She-Hulk. We got Rob in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
What were you saying, Nefty?
No, I was agreeing.
Albert says Mike with the curve.
Mike always with the curveball.
I know.
That's why we like him.
That's why he's invited every Saturday. Only Saturdays. Cassandra says she looks like what to be a cheerleader pumping iron. What? She looks like a wannabe cheerleader pumping iron. I got you. Oh, I see what you're saying. So what about the expression, Mike? What do you think about the expression? Do you think it's kind of, blah, because
it's those eyes. It's those eyes. She's got buggy eyes to begin with, and think about it. Like, I think where it's going wrong, right? She's a buggy-eyed chick. They're blowing it up, right? They're blowing the sculpt up of her to make a giant She-Hulk of her. Her buggy eyes are getting even buggier, and then boom.
Do you think she's gonna look like this in hand? I don't think so. You think so?
You think what?
You think her eyes are gonna look ridiculously big in hand?
I think they look. I think they look ridiculous. You know what? It comes off like what's the figure we have with the buggy eyes? We already have a buggy-eyed figure. That's just
the Ahsoka Tano.
No.
Padme.
No, the girl from the Cybertronic chick movie.
Alita.
Alita.
Oh, okay. You think she's gonna look like that?
She does look like that. Put Alita up right now.
She does look like that.
Really, put Alita up. I mean, you're gonna. It's gonna. You might even say they stole the sculpt.
Hold on. Let me pull her up.
I think it's just because her eyes are blue. It looks weird against the green. What is he doing? Going to get that Alita? That Alita is based on like.
Alita is a great figure, but that Alita's got bug eyes.
Yeah, but she was literally that way in the show. Like that was This is just because
she was buggy eyed in the show too.
Oh yeah, you're right. She's
I can tell you, She-Hulk will not look like this. Absolutely not. There is no way.
Paint her green. There she is.
These eyes are way too big.
She-Hulk 2.0.
These eyes are way bigger than She-Hulk. There's no way she's gonna look like that. Absolutely.
I'm starting to agree with Mike.
Absolutely not. Stop it. Don't encourage him. Unbelievable. There is no way that's gonna look like that. Absolutely not. Hold on. Let me put this over here. So one thing that actually you guys just pointed out too, that one thing that bothered me was the expression. Too soft, even though obviously Mike just literally said, she's not a smasher. She's not this angry animal. She's very articulate. She's very smart. So obviously I get and understand, right? Now it makes sense why they didn't go, with an angry face or anything like that, even though she had her few fights on the show. It makes more sense now with his weird smirk and expression, which again, it's the only thing that bothers me about the face. I think in hand she's gonna look great. But
isn't it? It's like the smirk that she gave when Daredevil left her apartment, and that was like my hated scene. Like,
Yep. Because she wanted to live her life like Luch, always sharing that balloon nut. But we got Luch says I would take a glued She-Hulk. Of course you would. Of course you would. So you could body swap her. Unreal. Even glasses couldn't save this train wreck. Jim, wait, Jim.
How dare you?
Oh my God. Vanessa says this. They might be AI, yes. Katie Sackhoff has agreed to be AI for future projects. Like they need her approval. Yes, she is owned by the mouse company. Katie Sackhoff is what's her name?
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan, yeah. Oh my God, what? That's crazy. Cassandra, I can't stand glasses on my face. Thank God UI don't hand to wear them. Mr. Brad does though.
I think Cassandra needs glasses. Look at her typing.
This is star. Welcome. Nice to see you. Random one, guys. Would you recommend the new Hot Toys Armored Batman or the plain suit version? I'm torn. Which Armored Batman is he talking about? Oh, the one
BBS,
the 2. Yeah, the 2.0 that's coming out. Or the plain suit version. Which is a plain suit version?
I'm assuming standard Batfleck, right?
Yeah,
the one that
I would say go get, like I said this before, get that black chrome armored Batman. You will love it.
Yeah, but now he's looking to get the 2.0. That's what he's talking about. I don't think
but again, the 2.0 is not going to be better than that black chrome, in my opinion, Mr. 2.0.
A different body.
It's exactly as I'm saying. So let's stick to the question, Michael. Random one, guys. Would you recommend
armored Batman? Can be any armored Batman, right?
Okay, so the armored Batman. Yeah, well, it's going to be a massive figure. Remember, parts of it are die-cast if you use a standard look, not the battle damage look. The battle damage look is plastic. But if you want presence, I can tell you the armored all day long. It'll if you have them on a shelf by itself, it'll be an amazing looking piece all on its own. Obviously,
the black chrome looks like he's wet. It looks like in the movie where it's those scenes where he's wet and it's shiny. Like that's what the black chrome did for the figure, and it's way better than the standard version. I have both. I love the black chrome.
But the only problem with that is, for example, if you were to go backwards now, right? That new 2.0 body is bigger. It's going to be slightly bigger. More bulky than the black chrome that he's talking about. So if you're worried about
significant, it's zero significant. Don't listen to that guy on the other end. Don't. He makes a big deal about the 2.0 bodies. It is
because they are a big deal. Guys, just for you guys who just joined, Mike doesn't care about 2.0s at all. And everybody knows that a 2.0 is a slight change in the body, a bigger body, bulkier body, taller body, right? It's a thing. To Mike, that means nothing. Right, slight, yeah. But to Mike, that means nothing. To Mike, a regular and a 2.0 is the same thing, right? Which is his reasoning why he doesn't really bother with 2.0s, because to him, it's
not that I don't bother with 2.0s. If there's a,
not all the
2.0 figure for $400 and you can sneak a black chrome in for $200, you would be a moron to not get the black chrome for $200.
Yeah, but you're telling somebody, hey, forget about your two choices. Go backwards for something that you're not thinking about.
I am telling them go backwards 100%.
Right.
And they're not making a mistake.
I love this tactical guy. I love this suit. Look at that.
Yeah,
look at that suit.
Yeah. Which one's that?
I mean, all the buckles,
Snyder cut
straps.
Or the old one?
That's the Snyder one.
Oh yeah, that's the nice one.
I mean, that's amazing.
I hate that. You know what bugs me on him is the that helmet where it's got like that metal part here. That bugs me for some reason.
That doesn't bug me. It's the goggles, so I took them off because I can deal with that. It just looks like an aesthetic choice.
Oh, I was wondering why it looks so plain. It's missing the goggles.
Yeah, those goggles make them look like.
You can put a Bruce Wayne sculpt on that, and it looks great. They have a neck sculpt, like I think Kit sold it.
Yep.
Talon, we got Talon. I only saw my first 2 episodes. I couldn't watch anymore. I heard it was bad. So why even make this figure? No, it wasn't. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't the worst show in the world, but it wasn't, great. And I think what was more disappointing for a lot of people was they expected a lot from this character. You know what I mean? They didn't expect it. What they turned it into, they didn't expect that at all. And it was kind of sad because we are always expecting from Marvel things from like phase 1 and phase 2. You know what I mean? Like we expect that type of movies of product from them, and we're not getting that anymore ever. Right? It's very, very, very rare. Hopefully, they don't turn Deadpool and Wolverine into something like something like this that they've been doing. So I think that's what happened, at least in my opinion. You guys,
Oh,
Hey,
are smash fabs. Yeah, no, I'm telling you that she needs something. She needs something. She needs some accessories. She needs something. Because to bring us, that's another thing. Very plain for the price. She brings a cell phone and what else? Hands, and that's it.
that's it.
Yeah, like what the hell is that? You know what I mean? Like that's depressing for again, what makes the figure, what makes the character is her, right? It's not her toys, it's not her gadgets, it's her. But still, it's like nothing.
low sales projections.
It's funny you mentioned that. I think she's going to be very, very limited. I don't think she's going to be around at all, and I'm going to tell you why. Still to this day, Toys for Kiddos hasn't gotten any more, and he was sold out day one. I'm still waiting for him to put him back up. Nothing, and he hasn't said, "Oh, they're low." He hasn't said anything. But where are they?
I think that hair is going to be annoying.
The what?
That hair is going to be annoying.
Well, you can't turn her head.
Talking about here.
You can't turn her head already.
Aquaman's hair. You know what I'm talking about with Aquaman's hair.
No, you could tell if you pay attention to all these pictures and pay attention to every time her head is turned. It's very, very slight because that hair is not letting that head move anywhere.
Exactly.
So look at it. Look at the angles. Look at that. Very, very mild tilts. Very, very mild turns, which is why when they turn the head, they turn the eyes as
those
well.
bug eyes.
Exactly. To give it that extra, that extra extension look or extra rotation look.
Yeah, because right, that head is not on a swivel.
Exactly. Harvey Dent, welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Welcome. All right, guys. So, Michael, we're gonna go to you real quickly, backwards to talk about Echo and Five since we didn't get your thoughts on those, and then we're gonna get right into the Jazz Inc. Beauty Catwoman that they're gonna be making. So, real quickly, Michael, ARC Trooper Echo. Excited for this? Are you getting this clone troopers with a head sculpt, or you don't really care for these?
I mean, I was happy that you got a head sculpt. I said to myself, I'm like, oh, at least this thing's coming with a head sculpt. But
Okay.
but I'm not a clone. This is from the show, right? This is from the cartoon, right?
Right.
And that's not my Star Wars. I never got into it, not yet, anyways. And so I don't know. I mean, I love Troopers. I really do love Troopers, and I don't know. We'll see. But I got no plans at the moment.
But do you own Rex? Do you own Jesse? You own those or no?
Yes, I own all those.
Right. So then you're just not getting these just because what? They're not appealing at all. Even when you see this, doesn't make you go, man, I need the 5.
I'm out of room.
Are you secretly waiting for a business suit?
Yes, I want this to come out with a lawyer outfit, Trooper.
With a business suit.
But
so
yeah, I'm out of room. I couldn't do a blue. I mean, I already have a blue line. Like, wasn't Jesse blue?
Yeah, but they're all like different tones of blue. I
bought a bunch of different Jessies so I could like futz around with the different helmets. Didn't that come with 3 different helmets? Jesse?
2.
Or am I wrong there?
No, Jesse 1. I think Rex wasn't it Rex that came with 2? Well,
Rex
came with 2.
Yeah, Rex came with 2, and then who else? Jesse only came with 1.
What did I buy a bunch of? I bought the Rex was orange.
Well, the 501st Deluxe came with 3.
I got a bunch of the yellow ones. I got a bunch of the red ones that came with the what's his name?
Yeah, those are the what do you call it? The red ones were the oh my god, what's the name
and
of
those
that?
are from the movie. They were with the Maul. They were protecting Maul. They were guarding Maul.
What is it called?
I don't even know. I can't think of it right now.
Cards? No.
Coruscant?
Coruscant cards.
The Coruscant, yes, those. Yep. Oh my God, I couldn't remember that. And I confused those red ones, those Coruscant guards, with the Shock Troopers. They're also red, but obviously the Shock are from a video game, not from the movie. Mike, do you only collect ones to scale, or do you have statues? If you have statues, where do you buy from? Well, clearly Chris doesn't watch the streams. So this is for you.
Having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
So tell him, Michael. Tell him.
Yeah, I collect everything. You name it, I collect
Look,
it.
just wait. Just let me show you behind, Chris. What is behind there? Statues.
You know, look, I got rid of all my boxes because I was just so sick of it.
Wow. Wow.
You should see my other room now. It looks like a store back room inventory.
Mike, just turn your chair so you can see behind you. There you go. Old statues, Chris. Old statues, Chris. Old statues, Chris. See that? Oh wait, he's moving the camera. Hold on. Look at that. Look at the top. Look at that. Old statues, Chris. Old statues, Chris. Old statues, Chris. Oh, this is.
Oh no, you can probably see the surfer. Now with all those boxes gone. Can I get it out of the way?
Let me see. Oh,
Yep, there he is.
Yep, glowing purple too. I see the purple.
Wow, that Hulk. That's the one with Bruce Banner.
Yep.
Yeah, that's that XM Studios Hulk transformation.
Wow,
Can I get out of the way here?
There you go. Look at that. That's a massive piece right there.
yeah.
That Hulk statue is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Quarter scale. Yeah.
So where do you buy from?
I get my statues. I used to get it from Sideshow, but I don't anymore. Spec Fiction, Todd over at Spec Fiction. I've been buying stuff from him from years now. So he's probably my main statue guy. If I was going to buy another statue, which I'm not. Well, maybe one more statue. One more.
We got Chris from the UK. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here tonight, as always.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Shout out to the UK. Ernesto says Rex has 2. 5 of those to come phase 1 and phase 2. 2. Carson guards. Yep. I don't have my glasses. This guy.
You got to trust us. They're awesome.
Mike, have you opened any of your packages?
No, but to my right, I have all of my Iron Men. I'm going to open the Iron Man figure. So I got Mark 1, Mark 3. I have what's this one? I have the Blue Chrome Stealth. I have Mech Test Tony. I got to open. There's a bunch of Iron Man I'm going to open.
Let me tell you something, Harvey Dent. There is, if you want a really nice zombie, specifically zombie, that's it, because that is not the best looking Doctor Strange by any means. But if you are looking for something very cool looking that looks like a zombie, that Death Strange is beautiful. So if you're looking for that type of look of figure, obviously you have the zombie Deadpools as well, right? Which are the zombie comic. It's the comic book line. But this Death Strange figure, amazing. So if you slightly think it looks good, and it'll look good next to Scarlet Witch, let me tell you something. You're not gonna regret it. Has anyone ordered the Sideshow Captain Rex statue? Not me.
No.
Not me.
Carlos, my friend, welcome. Nice to see you.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
My friend, thank
But
you.
I've always been a believer that you don't have to pigeonhole yourself into like one thing. I get there are some guys who when they are quarter scale statue guys, that's the best thing and it's the best line and nothing can compare. And they always try to put themselves on a pedestal. And, and I hate guys like that in the community. You know what I mean? In the statue, world, because it's no one's better than anyone else. No one's collection is better than anyone else's. No matter if you have 5 or 5,000, it doesn't work like that. So everything can work together.
Yeah, well, what do you think Nefty does all the time? He makes everybody feel low because he buys Jazz Inc. all day long.
The jazzercise.
Payment plan. Payment plans, guys. And now,
But even that,
Mike, I'm looking at your Hulk XM. They want $3,000 on eBay for it. The guy's in Connecticut.
Oh yeah, look at that, $3,000. I looked at that Batman Rogue statue. It's probably $5,000.
But I'm looking at your.
Oh, you know which one he's talking about?
The Hulk that you just showed right now. They want $3,000. But see, I've never bought a statue from, I guess, a person that already owns it. So I don't know how it works. If that shit comes cheap.
I probably paid $1,500 for that.
Yeah, no. How long ago was that you bought it?
20, probably. God, maybe right after the pandemic. So 2021.
Yeah, and this is stateside because there's some China and Japan.
Well, no, let me tell you, because these statues are so big. Like, I am not a guy who needs my stuff right away. I can wait. I'm a patient collector. So you can send it by boat. It can take 6 months to get here. If that saves me $300-$400, I'll do that all day long.
He says Scarlet Witch is on my hero shelf. Death Strange would be on my. Yup. I'm telling you, you won't regret that figure.
But spec fiction is the way to go for statues.
Spec fiction.
Yeah, I like.
Just be patient. Yeah, that's all.
Speculative fiction or spec fiction. Let's see. It's Hulk. XM Hulk. I ordered that March 24th, 2019, and it looks like it shipped. No, but I want to say it was like 21.
This definitely has to go in a Max, right? Max module case.
Yeah, that yeah.
Okay.
Because his hand, because that's in a Max 150 cube, and I have the shelf moved up to accommodate that Hulk. It's so big.
Wow. Okay.
Michael, here's fives now. How do you feel about fives?
I think that looks good. I mean, I think the Trooper looks good. I think the colors look good.
How do you like that the more Morrison?
I mean, that looks a little soft. To go back, that looks a little soft there, doesn't it?
Very smooth, right?
Yeah, it looks a little soft.
What would you rate this? 1 to 10?
8.
And the other one?
What other one?
This is fives. This is the other one. This is the second one. We already talked about Echo.
Yeah, it's gonna get the same. It's not gonna differentiate. 8.
Right? It's gonna be the same stuff. All right, guys. So our next topic, okay, it's something that is gonna get us going. It's gonna get us very, very excited. So it looks like Jazz Inc. is making the 1968 Batmobile. So here it is. I pulled up the webpage because it was a link. So it looks like it's $14.99. Obviously, this is Nefty's paying option because he pays in full. And so as you can see, $14.99. You have to do a $100 deposit. So let's go with you, Nefty. So obviously we know you pre-ordered this already. What is it? What did you or no?
No, I did not. Not this. No.
Oh, okay. I thought you did.
I have the, I'm going to call it the original, the older one, the shinier one. I recently ordered the animated blue. The animated blue.
Oh, the animated. Okay, so why didn't you order this when you had already ordered the 66? What is it about this that wasn't appealing to you?
I don't like the cherry, the whatever that pink red. I don't like the matte look. I mean, I know it's accurate to 1968 when they did that. I like the classic one, the one you actually have as well with the shiny. I know Jazz Inc. Went into describing this 40 changes to this bad boy. I mean, there's a chance for people that didn't jump on the original 66 to get on it, but it's close enough to what I currently have. So I'm not jumping on this one. Like I said, I did jump on the animated blue Batmobile because I don't have any of that type of vehicle. But this one, I'm definitely passing.
Jay, how do you feel? Do you think this is necessary after getting the 66? And do you think this is just him trying to reuse those molds, repaint them like everything else, and just try to make that extra money on it?
I gotta give him oddly a round of applause for this, because this came about because there were so many people. He said he had 300 people on a wait list $300 for the 66. And he's a business trying to make money. And he said he's going to stick true to his word. He said, I'm not going to do reissues because then that devalues the collector's pieces. So by him trying to find a way to appease people who missed out, this is kind of the way you have to do it. Now, for somebody like me and you and Nefty who already own the original 66, I can't see enough. Like he said, there's 40 changes. Like one of them, he said there's a different antenna. Who gives a crap about a different antenna? Like that's like the, you know what I mean? So
wait, don't
I
steal.
like the fact.
Don't steal Mike's line, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know, right? Trademark.
Trademark.
I like that it's the matte finish. Like there's some things I like about it. Would I pick up another one just to have two, being the huge 66 fan I am? Maybe, but these things are expensive, man.
Yep.
And for a couple minor changes for another $2,000, I'm good with the one I got. I'd rather pay $2,000 to Fan Home and get a die cast, put it together subscription one for at 1/10 scale. That's more detailed, quite frankly. Then get this, but I see why he did it, and I think it's a good way to blend the two worlds, to get the people on board that missed out, make them happy, and not piss off the people like us who already have it, and we're like, hey, what are you doing here? You know.
I mean, but would you personally be offended or be affected if he decided to reissue the 66? Like, I don't see his stuff as, oh my God, if he reissues this, I'm losing value. I don't see his stuff as valuable at all. Even though I understand that if I were to sell it, right? If I would go on eBay right now and put it up, they're going for way more, specifically the BVS Deluxe that I have. If I were to put that up for sale, obviously they're going up for more than what I pay for. I understand that aspect. So that's not what I mean. What I mean is I personally don't view this as, well, if I ever sell this stuff, I'm going to make money on it. It never crosses my mind. I don't see this as me storing value in the vehicles at all, period. I know the value is there, but I don't think of any jazzing product as I'm holding anything valuable, right? So that's what I'm saying. So do you think that, you personally, not as a community thought, but you personally, do you think that if they would have said, we're redoing the 66, people would have been like, why the hell are you doing that? You're going to ruin the value of mine.
That ruin the value of mine is it's an individual. This is a personal question because which I'll show people later. Went to get my stuff. I am not selling anything. So I don't care how many people have it.
Correct.
The exclusivity means nothing to me.
Right.
I want it for me. I'm not going to turn around. I don't care what the price costs. I don't care if I lose money on it. I want the thing in my house until I'm dead, and then somebody else can haggle over price. But so I don't care what he does. But I got to admit, with that being said, the minute before I heard the whole spiel, when I heard him go, I might do another 66 version, I was like, why? I was like, this is stupid. If you're telling everybody you're going to charge $2,000, it's limited. Now he's going to start making things numbered. I was like, I don't think there's a reason for that. So it did rub me a little bit wrong for a second, but not in the fact that, like, I really don't care. I don't. I want everybody to be happy with what they have.
Right.
Mike collects things that are really exclusive. That's his deal. That's when you care about this stuff. These figures we have, the only thing that's exclusive Hot Toys is like the 10 Coca-Cola Iron Men that they put out. Everything else, 2,000 figures, everything else, that's all bullshit.
Exactly. And it's true what you said about Mike collecting very, very very rare stuff, very, very, because he has the one Power Rangers line that nobody has. We got Thomas Jones. Welcome, my friend.
Hello!
Thank you for being here. Nice to see you. Welcome. Shut up. Tell me the price in pesos or yuans. This guy. Brad has the 66 Batmobile. Cars like this needs to have that shot. Yep, exactly. I think so too. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind the way this looks at all, right? I don't think this is a problem, but it's like, why? You know what I mean? Why something so similar? And now that you mentioned why, it makes sense. I didn't know that because I don't follow this. But now he's making that money, right? He's getting the people who missed out on the 66 to jump on this, which again, Are people okay with that? You're not getting the same product. It's not going to be the same product. It's not your original 66, right? So are people willing to settle?
So there's no shiny one. There's only a matte one.
Well,
Yeah, this version is
sold
only
out. What'd you say, Defty?
This version is only matte because it's accurate to 1968. He stated that in that season, third season, or whatever.
So that's different enough where I wouldn't see this as a reissue. I was getting mad actually for a second, but now
there's changes in the dashboard. Supposedly, if you look at if you have the original one, the glass bubble is different as well. You mentioned the antenna,
but the paint job alone is going to make that vehicle so different. So different to what that shiny vehicle would look like.
Absolutely. And remember,
if you put them side by side in a collection.
Yes.
But if you have somebody come over your house, they're not going to know the difference. They're going to go, "Oh, you got a Batmobile."
Right. Oh, look,
it's just like the armored Batman. I want the black chrome shiny Batman. I want that. I would want the shiny Batmobile. I think that looks better. So.
Ernesto says, "Joker, can you add me to your will? I will not sell anything. I promise."
Hey, somebody's got to get it.
Yeah. I know. Nefty already added me to his. That's all I know. I don't want.
I'm going to do a raffle.
I don't want. I'm going to do a raffle.
You know what Jazek said? After this bad boy, after the next 66, might be the boat or the helicopter
or the Batcave. He said, "Yeah."
Fabs,
yeah.
I'm going to show you that Batcave boat or whatever.
Dude, how big is that going to be? This car is 3 feet long.
Yeah.
How big is that Batcave going to be?
Yeah. Well, he mentioned it's going to be pieces of the Batcave. It's going to be like
I got to send you something to share on the show.
To arrange it in scale, it's going to take up half your whatever, a wall. It's huge.
Bob says, if you Google the 1968 Batmobile, you will not find one real picture of this.
well,
so wait, that's what I'm saying. What, imaginary made up?
Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to give us like the primer, prefabbed version? Like, how many different versions can you give us of a car? Like, I don't know. It's weird.
This is a big deal. What Bob is saying.
He mentioned it. It was flat on purpose because of recording, the filming back in the days. The high glass was contradicting to the camera, and so they had to go with a matte color. So that's
you would get that reflection off of the camera, like with the lighting or whatever, guys.
And he mentioned that the reason this is a different like red on the side of the vehicle is also because on camera it comes up red. So this is like a pink cherry. The new vehicle.
I've had this Batmobile in multiple scales throughout my life, and some of them have had the pink striping instead of the red. And I always just thought it was a factory defect when they produced the toys.
That with the old cameras, when you recorded that pink, it will actually show up as red on TV. So that's the reason they did that. They did that adjustment, according to him.
Is this crazy or what?
Wow.
This is the.
Is this you, Mike? This is you, Mike?
No, well, I might because I'm thinking about buying it.
This guy,
let's go.
He has no room to get one Echo or one Fives, but
yeah,
he has
but I have a place for this. I have a place for this.
We'll make room.
He said, I can't have a Clone Wars Echo because I'm running out of room. I have to get a whole movie set.
I don't need
I would get the Batwing instantly if I won this.
Oh,
wait, what is this 6 scale?
This is the Hot Toys actual Hot Toys prototype that they displayed at their show. So it's a 1-of-1 original.
Wow,
and it's up for auction.
What?
Anyone? I know. I thought about not sharing it to like hide it to myself because none of you guys would know. But whatever.
I'm not bidding on this thing. You got no
starting
competition.
Bid 5 G's.
Yeah, it's all yours.
Yeah. But look at that helicopter. That helicopter's
if you win it, I just want this. That's all I want for my Joker.
Break it down. Batmobile.
I want to show this to Jazz Inc. Maybe he'll make it.
But break it down. Batmobile, $1,000. The chopper, $2,000. That Bob figure. It's a 1-of-1 Bob figure.
Yeah.
That's probably $500, maybe $700. Then the Joker and Batman, look, $300 a piece there. I mean, it adds up quick. I think $5,000, and I think $5,000 is a reserve. Like I think that's the price they're
starting.
they put it as a reserve on it, which I hate that they do that. They should just let it go from nothing.
This is an incredible piece, though. I tell you that.
Incredible. I think it's 5 feet tall. I think that's what the measurements are in, in this thing. But
yeah,
and that axis lights up like that thing lights up. The neon lights up on the axis.
You would have to sell all the statues behind you right now to get this piece. Okay,
I would put it where my bar is. Like I would get rid of my bar and put that thing up.
That thing is humongous. I mean, it's beautiful, but that thing is huge.
But come on, isn't that like the grand display to have something like that? To have
well, that would be, you know, that's what I feel like. That's what the whole point of a module case would be, to have something like that. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, that's just its own. That's in place of a module case. That is
right. Yeah. No. Beautiful. So, Jay, Michael, your turn. How appealing is this to you? Would you buy this if, let's say, you missed out on the 66, which you didn't get anyway? How would you feel if, you know, this was your one and only chance to be able to get anything similar to the 66? Would you be okay with it?
I would be mad if it was a re-release. I would be mad if this was the shiny Batmobile and he was redoing again. I'd be pissed. But he's not. It's a different version. It's cool. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't think this looks anything like the 66 at all. But even so, like, this is not, to me, this is not any better looking. Even I don't even know what the changes are, but even so, like, I wouldn't be like, oh, you know, this looks better, or this is, you know, it's going to be updated anyway, right? To me, none of it matters. So I am good on this. Let me show you guys some more pictures. The thing about this vehicle is that it's very nice looking. You know what I mean? It brings you right back to watching the show. And look at the front. The front is so sexy too. You know what I mean? The front looks very, very nice. But again, if it wasn't that cheap quality, that cheap crap, it would be a different conversation right now. And now, guys, we are going to get into, okay, this beauty. So it looks like, obviously for those who know or may not know, he's making the Catwoman, and apparently now he's doing a huge diorama base, I'm assuming for the deluxe, which we talked about a few days ago, William and I don't know where the pictures went. I guess they're gone now. But this is part of the base. So as you can see, this is the bottom of the base. This would be the back of the base. This is supposed to be all lit up apparently now, but this is supposed to be all magnetic. So let's start with you, Nefty, since you probably know way more than I do about this. So tell us what's going on with this, if you know what's going on.
So he set up a bunch of, he's doing testings on this. Basically, it's about all these little magnets for the purpose of not being limited to your figure in one spot, like we kind of see with Inar. So giving a bigger base. He did mention he's testing it right now, so it's on the testing phase. Hopefully it's successful, but it's for the purpose of giving you multiple posable position with the Catwoman that's going to be coming out.
So these circles. Hold on one second. Eric, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
My understanding is they're not going to be visible. He's just showing you like an X-ray version.
No, that's what I was going to ask you. So these are supposed to be magnets that are going to be under the actual base.
That is correct.
Okay. So how do you feel? Obviously, somebody who supports his product, somebody who's most likely going to get Catwoman. I've noticed that when you do pick up stuff, you don't always get the deluxe of everything, right? Which is obviously smart, because you if you're not going to use it, what's the point, right? What are you going to do regarding this Catwoman? Are you getting the regular or the deluxe?
I'm sitting and waiting because one of the issues that was brought up in the video was that a lot of people ask for a prototype. Usually you'll see a prototype picture from Hot Toys of what's coming down the pipe, and you understand it's going to change a little. So I want to see more of this when it actually gets built, and hopefully, as he always tends to keep us update and update us on, was it successful, the magnets? Because again, he did mention it's in the testing phase. And then if I like what I see and the dimensions work for me, I'll get the deluxe version. But you're right, I don't get the deluxe version on everything.
Right. Well, no, because you're number one, you already get everything. So I think that where would you put everything? You know what I mean? So I don't think that's a bad idea.
Initially, this had no lights. Now it has lights. The hello.
Right. Yes. So now, how do you, Jay? How do you feel about jazzing, trying the magnets, knowing that, what happened to Inart.
Yeah.
Not only that, but obviously, my opinion is that the magnets should not be a problem regarding any figure. I think you have to worry about the body of the figure more than the base or the magnets or the magnet placement. Obviously, the magnet placement is important to a certain extent, but as long as the body is tight enough to where you put it anywhere, you stand it anywhere, and you have the torso leaning forward or leaning back, right? Because again, it's not tight enough. I think that's all that matters. I don't think the obviously the size of the magnets matter too, but I think if they get the proper body and they get a body that's good quality and nice and tight and sturdy, I don't think they have to worry about the magnets. How do you feel about that?
I think you're 100% correct on that. The magnets has never been the issue. It's all about the ankles, proper weight distribution. If you want your figure standing on one foot, you're going to have to do some stuff. If you want to avoid the classic crotch grabber or a dynamic flight pole or something like that, you're going to have to get creative. I've started not using a lot of my flight stands and just like using wiring and things to kind of get them to stand up. I'm getting sick of looking at stands, but I don't like them without stands and then the possibility of them falling over if the house shakes or whatever. But I collect a lot of like G.I. Joe Classified, right? Those things are a freaking nightmare. I got 1,000 of them, and every time I turn around, 7 of them fell over because the ankles are weak.
Yes.
So you put them on the little peg stand, and then the stupid thing just boom falls over with the stand still attached to it. So what good is the stand?
Right.
It's the same thing with these. If you get the proper placement over the top of the magnet, the only thing that's going to make that thing fall is if the leg's weak, the ankles are weak, something like that.
Yep.
So, all right. So with that being said, now, correct me if I'm wrong, though. Weren't we talking about there was going to be a 2-pack? It was going to be 300 possibly for Catwoman and then 5 to 6 for a 2-pack. So now you're telling me we're going to have a standard Catwoman, a deluxe Catwoman, and a 2-pack, and then what, a 2-pack deluxe? So what are all these price ranges going to be? Why do we need, like, not why do we need it? We need it because it'll be available. But in a way, I don't believe he does this stuff on purpose, but it is business too. Is he trying to pad the dollar amount with extra accessories so that he can charge more, because he's got to charge more with smaller production numbers to make a profit, right?
Absolutely.
So that's why the Batmobile was so expensive. So does he have to give us stuff like this so that he can charge us 5? Now are we doing in-art pricing?
Absolutely. That is
Or
the only reason.
Can somebody like me just get a $200 to $300 Catwoman? Or am I going to be linked into one of these things now? Like, I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case, because I love this thing, but I like to have choice. If I don't want it, I don't want it. I don't want to be forced to pay for it and then sell it to somebody on eBay, which I'll never do. It'll just sit in a box somewhere.
Nefty, do you know how many different SKUs he's going to have on the Catwoman?
No, I mean, I think he's still working on that. He did mention in another stream the various possibilities of type of Catwoman you can get, deluxe, not deluxe, but he hasn't locked that in yet.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me say hello to the Figure Alchemist. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa means what's up?
Michael, what do you think about the magnets on the wait, let me see. Somebody just came in. Big Dog, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Nice. Where is he? Where is he? Welcome. So, Michael, how do you feel about this project overall? Obviously, there's nothing to be like, okay, I'm getting it or I'm not getting it. There's nothing to see yet. But regarding specifically this whole diorama base and this whole magnetic thing, how do you feel about that? Do you think it's going to make the figure any better? Do you think it's necessary, going all out like this when it's his, very, very first licensed figure that he's doing?
I think it's going to be light up too. Sorry to interrupt. But
no, it is.
Fabs, you got the front view of
that?
I do, and I don't know where. But go ahead, Mike.
That's more important than the magnets. Who cares about the magnets? Why are we mentioning about the magnets? Like, it seems very normal that we are using magnets these days to like clip 3D printed parts together. I mean, it just makes sense. So magnets are like, you know, makes just it's a great way to get things to stick together cleanly. I like it. Not a big deal. Lights, that sounds cool. I'm not following it like that. You know what I mean? To be honest, but
no, I know that's why I asked.
I'll grab it. You know what I mean? I need that Catwoman for my display.
Right. So regardless of what it looks like, you're definitely getting it just for the display, just for it to go with the display.
The only one to get.
Right.
If I want,
remember Eternal. Remember Eternals is out too.
What's that?
Tell him, Mike. That's the only one to get.
Yeah, this is it. This
No,
is the one to get.
You listening,
you're saying this one's going to be better than Eternal?
Well, let's put it this way. There's going to be 3 guys that have it and 1 guy that doesn't.
You listening, Fabs?
And guess what? That guy's going to have zero.
That guy's going to have an incomplete collection.
That guy's going to have zero complaints. That guy's going to have 0 complaints about that peasant product. Okay.
That guy's going to have a checklist. And it's going to say 1,396 of 1,397.
Wow. Genius.
I don't
The completion is. Oh, let me tell you something. He's gonna break. He's gonna crack.
You just hit the.
I don't think so.
Yes.
You just hit the fault line with a jackhammer when you said completionist. I was like, uh-oh, I think you just broke Fabs. His brain's starting to go, uh-oh.
We're gonna be like, this is awesome. He's gonna be like,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Like I say all the time, and like I've said plenty, it could be the best figure in the damn world. I will never spend a penny on Jazz Inc. ever again.
I'm going to get Buzz Lightyear. You hear me? I'm going to get Buzz Lightyear over Catwoman.
Absolutely. I will get Winnie the Pooh and Piglet over Catwoman. Okay?
Pinocchio is coming out.
Get the hell out of here. Nobody wants that peasant product. Unreal. But let me pull up. I'm looking for the background because he's got so much, so much stuff on here that I'm looking for.
Don't forget, she's got high heels too, so those ankles are going to be even that much more important to keep it from falling with the magnet. You know.
Here it is, guys. Yost doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Don't say that. He does. And then we have Albert says Fab Stressbo is getting worse. Oh my god. Harvey that says Fabs will get the Joe Biden beaver from over the Jazz Inc. product. Absolutely. Like I said, whether it's Inart, whether it's Jazz Inc., whoever it is, out of those 2 companies that makes the best figure in the entire world, I'll be the only person without it. Okay, because I know it won't be worth. I can tell you right now, nothing's out, and I can tell you it's not worth it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Juice and just send it to him for free. Like, so mad. That'll irk Fabs so bad. You know he's gonna display it if you got it for free.
I would be like, what the hell is this garbage? So as you can see, guys, here it is lit up. So this is what they're working on. So this is supposed to be all magnetic, as you can see. I don't know if these cats are going to be robotic or statues, but obviously, we don't know anything yet. But so Michael,
robotic.
Well, they got to innovate. Jazz Inc. innovates. So as you can see, Michael, how would you feel about something like this if it was ready to go?
This is for me, from the type of collection that I have. This is not necessary. So I mean, it would be nice if there's an option where I don't have to pay for this, because I don't need the background. Like if your collection is in a much more, I guess, mine's all packed in, right? My figures are 90 to a shelf, right? So I don't have room for that big.
Oh, so I see what you're saying. So you're getting the figure just for the collection. You don't really need the
correct. And I think there should be an option. Like I really would love it, because I would not want to pay for that backdrop. I don't need it.
Right. But how do you feel about them going all out like this? Like, do you think it's necessary? Do you think, obviously, he's looking to make more money, so he's giving us 2 SKUs, right? At least 2, as far as we know so far, 2, right? Regular and this. So
he's a fanboy. At first, look at he's a fan first and foremost, right? He's a collector. As much as you don't want to admit this, he is a guy who collects this stuff before he was ever making it. So I think it's coming out of a maybe it's coming out of a little bit of a fandom from him. Maybe it's Warner Brothers pushing it and saying, look, do this. I don't see it as necessary. You know what I mean? You don't need to do this big backdrop.
So here's another angle of it. Nefty.
Yeah.
If it turned out like this, right? You got your magnetic base, you got your light up background, and then obviously your diorama, a huge thing in the back. How would you be excited about this? If it turned out, just as is right now from the picture.
Just like that, no, I wouldn't be excited.
No. I mean like the light up function and the lettering and all that stuff.
Like I mentioned before, I want to see the final product, how it's gonna look. Before I make a decision on the diorama. But if it's not good for me, then I'll definitely just go with the figure. But I just want to see the final rendition when it's all done and he has his sample to show the world.
So now, guys, okay.
Brad's got one for you, so you know, Fabs.
Yeah, he's ordering two, one for me, one for him. So now,
and it's even accurate though. Like the hello here or the hello there was knocked out to make it say hell here. That wasn't surrounded by like gothic.
No. But it's. I think it's just like she's standing on the outside of the window, like looking into the apartment. So I guess you're right. It's not really from the movie, but it's like
an amalgamation of things. Yeah. But it's not. These renderings are not appealing to me. I want to see a product. So I understand Jazz and how he does things. He consults the community. I think that's kind of bullshit. Stop consulting the community. Pick something you think is great and make it. He knows he's got good taste. He knows what to make.
But the thing is that, by consulting the community, he thinks, or at least he hopes, that he's going to lock in more sales because there are more people saying yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, but don't we always hear the same story every time? I didn't get as many sales as I thought I would because everybody's full of this, but they're not full of this.
He keeps falling for it, and he keeps wasting his time. Absolutely.
Well, that's the issue I'm having with the animated Batman that I don't think has met his number yet. So even though I pre-ordered it, it can be that it doesn't happen.
Didn't he say Star Wars, as far as ordering, is dead? He's like, I'm not making any more Star Wars projects because there's no backing on it. Have you ever heard such a thing? So
you mentioned that. You're right.
There should be a private room. There should be, like, after you pre-order it, like after you put a deposit down, then you should have a say. You shouldn't just
go
random community and say,
you know what?
That's a great idea.
There you go.
Absolutely,
because that, guess what? You're already locked in. You're for real about your.
You have an interest, right? You have a vested interest in it.
No, and you can't be more vocal than putting money where your mouth is. You know what I mean? If you're putting money into it, then guess what? Your opinion matters because you're all about it. It's not about, I'll buy, just like all these peasants always say, and never buy anything. And obviously he's the one who's got to deal with all that stuff at the end of the day, because it's like, man, all these people said yes, and here we are, and nobody's buying. So that's why he shouldn't be wasting his time on these peasants.
Exactly. It's a big waste of time going to the main group.
Absolutely. One thing I wanted to ask you guys, what was the drama going around with everybody, not everybody literally, but a bunch of people talking about how apparently, what is the product that they're saying that they won't be allowed to sell in North America? Is it the Catwoman?
The Catwoman won't be directly to North America.
Okay. So we're gonna get into two comments that were posted. I don't remember where they were posted, but I want to say in the group. Okay, in his group. Okay, so here's one. Okay, he said, Sideshow bending the knee to Hot Toys' demands since Howard's throwing a fit about having yet another more competent and passionate competitor enter the arena to expose and outshine him.
Wrong.
Exactly. Wait. Don't say anything yet. We're going to get to the second comment as well, and then we're going to get into each one. The second comment is, Sounds like Sideshow won't allow us to buy from Jazz Inc. direct from what I gather from live stream today. But also sounds like Kit will sell them as well. Interested to learn the details myself. Okay, so let's first start with this one. So I'm not going to say anything until the end. I'm going to let you guys go first, and then I will unleash. So, Nefty, your turn. So what's going on with this specifically?
Well, it's not so much. In my opinion, I don't believe it's that Sideshow is bending the knees to the Hot Toys. At the end, Sideshow and Hot Toys have contracts. They pay for these IPs. You understand? So that's money that they pay for, and just like any other person that would own a specific IP, and they see the line being crossed, they're gonna bitch about it, and they're gonna go after you legally and within their means, because it's their right. Sideshow and Hot Toys, I mean, I can't even imagine the amount of money they got to pay for all these IPs, and then it's not just the IP, then it's the regional license for the region they're in. So Sideshow and Hot Toys, they're protecting their interest that they've paid for. That's how I look at it, and that is the license for these IPs. So not so much that Sideshow is bending or Hot Toys is bending. It's like, hey, we have the right for this. We paid for this. That's all.
We got Luch in the house with the super chat. Thank you, my friend. Says, I'll wait for Mr. Cody to get his Jazz Inc. Catwoman and sells 2 months later for $150 shipped through collector.
It is amazing what he sells his stuff for. They're great deals.
Yeah, but you don't know that he gets it for $50.
Right.
100%. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
And then we got Bob saying that dial outside her window is in the movie, by the way. Ooh, look at that. So that's
Really?
So it's accurate, I guess.
Interesting.
Jay, your turn.
Okay, what does it say right here? Throwing a fit about having yet another more competent and passionate competitor. Can I say get the fuck out of here with that shit? Sorry, Fabs. Dude, the king does not concern himself with the ants. Stop with this nonsense.
With the peasants, okay?
And here's why I say that with such conviction. Yost says himself, I do not want to compete with Hot Toys. I don't want to be on that scale. I can't do it. I want to stay under the radar. He said it himself.
Thank you.
So this statement is biased. It's somebody's personal reflection.
It's retarded is what it is. But go ahead.
But it just doesn't come on now. He's not even in the same league. And what is this competent? In what way is he proving that he's competent? He's made one figure with no head sculpt. Where does this competency come from?
And remember that figure was illegal too. So let's not forget that.
Yeah, just because I know how to do laundry doesn't mean I know how to make clothes. What are you talking about? So, no, stop with this nonsense. Ross, my apologies for being so crass, but come on, man. Think before you type. What are you doing?
This is what the community is made up of mostly. Things like this, people who think like this. People,
but they don't have a broad perspective on things. So many collectors think like collectors.
Fabs, you like that comment, didn't you? That's your.
But this is what they really believe, and it comes from the streams that they watch. This is where this mentality comes from. When people talk badly about Hot Toys to try to prop up another company, the idiots eat it up and swallow it whole. Right? Yep. That's the problem. So then what happens? They start repeating it in the groups as if it's their own thought. And it's not. It was put in there by another YouTuber, streamer, whatever, for them to really believe, hey, Inert is better than this. Jazzic is better than Hot Toys. And they swallow it. And again, because they have a stream of 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, they go, this guy must know what he's talking about. When in reality, they don't know shit.
Sometimes, and don't, groupthink is a real thing, but don't take credit away from people for being stupid. Some people are just freaking stupid.
Just dumb.
Yeah. Like, come on.
Real dumb.
I can't believe that comment. I can't believe it. It's just
yeah, and it sounded when Jazz Inc. talked about it, it was like a non-issue. He was waiting for his legal to get word from Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers said, "No, you can't have it." That was it.
Albert says it's not illegal; it's undocumented.
Good one.
that's good.
Michael, now your turn. How do you feel about this? We know, guys, before Mike starts speaking, just remember he's Team Jazz Inc. So don't be shocked about what's about to happen. Go ahead.
Fast. Put on the disclaimer.
Wait, hold on, Michael. Don't you dare.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Go, Mike.
Go ahead, Mike.
Who fucking cares? Right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is definitely one for that.
Wait, but why? What is not to care about?
Because we're only talking this because you have a hard on for Jay. Or juice.
Oh my God. So you have nothing to say about this comment?
About Ross's comment?
Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
No, I think Jay got him good.
I got him good. Well, so
Again.
let's start. So let's go to the second comment now, real quick, and then I'll go. So Derek says, sounds like Sideshow won't allow us to buy from Jazz Inc. direct, from what I gather from the live stream, but also sounds like Kit will sell them as well. So Nefty, so he's saying that Sideshow is getting involved with blocking Yos from selling his product. How do you feel about that?
Even if that's true, it's because they and Hot Toys, they own the right. They paid a lot for that right. So Jazz Inc. is in that world now of legal IPs, right? So he has to play by the rules now. So it's a non-issue. Absolutely, Sideshow should, if they're paying for that money, and or Hot Toys. It's their baby. They paid for it.
I agree.
Ah,
but look, in the world today, though, that we live in, just like Spec Fiction, right? I mentioned Spec Fiction with the statues. Like XM Studios, right? They're a big statue company. They do not have a U.S. market license for their statues. They don't. They have to basically, you have to buy their stuff from the Philippines and have it either shipped directly from the Philippines over here, which is horribly expensive, or you use a guy like Spec Fiction, who is essentially a middleman. I mean, basically, he's a statue mule, and he gets those all shipped on a container to his warehouse, and then he distributes them to you, and then it's a lot cheaper that way. So, like, that's what this new world economy has done. This whole, like, level of U.S. market, and there's now ways around it. And even if Sideshow were to sue Juice, the way around it is to do exactly what we're talking about him doing. He list everything on Kit's website. Kit could then distribute it, and it would all get to us, and it wouldn't be nothing Sideshow could do about it.
Mike, when you have a quality issue through Spec Fiction, do they take care of it?
They have. Like, okay. I've had a company that a Superman statue, the LED light went on it, and I had to go through the manufacturer, and on top of it, the manufacturer closed. He was that company Onrai Studios, and they stopped doing business, or they went bankrupt, and he replaced my statue. He got me another one. Spec Fiction.
Oh, okay, good.
So I bought it from Spec Fiction. Like, I didn't buy it from Onrai. I bought it directly because Spec has a website. Spec Fiction has their own website with all different products on it. So yeah, I bought it from him.
Hey, InArt is doing this as well, by the way. InArt has a in-state distributor now that's not. It's like a reseller. They can't do it legally. So he's
selling InArt. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he's selling InArt.
Oh wait, yes. BBTS is right, but it was right before BBTS announced that they said they had somebody. It's not technically licensed distribution in the States, but then how does BBTS have it? See, there's some gray area here. We're not in on that.
You're right, because BBTS gets all their stuff from Sideshow, and if there was a problem there, yeah, BBTS would not want to risk losing their hot toy license from Sideshow, stepping on Sideshow's shoes like that.
So is Sideshow getting a cut now from InArt? Is that what's going on? You know what I mean?
They have to, of course. What do
They
you mean?
have to.
You're not going to sell somebody's product for no money,
Right.
not getting any kickback. Are you crazy? Of course
Right.
they're getting a kickback.
So expect this to be remedied.
So
You won't be going through spec for very long. If sales work and everything works and this line of stuff continues for Jazz, expect to see Northwest or Northern America distribution at some point soon.
I didn't realize that Spec Fiction carries the entire InArt line, all of it.
That's where I got my Gandalf.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Well, I guess it makes sense because they're Queen. It's Queen Studios. Queen Studios and InArt, same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, but one's illegal. So so now, guys, here's my opinion on all this garbage. You guys ready? I hope you're ready. First and foremost, I don't understand where these people get that Sideshow and Hot Toys are conspiring against Yoast. That's number one. Okay. Number two, if that were the case, right? If any time or every time a 6-scale company came into the game, okay, then guess what? They wouldn't be able to sell in the US or North America because Hot Toys and Sideshow would immediately jump on them and jump down their throat so they wouldn't sell the thing. What the hell happens to Blitzway when they come out with a product being sold in the US? What happens with that? What happens? Why are they allowed to do that? Why doesn't Sideshow and Hot Toys jump down their throat when Blitzway comes out with a product? Oh,
what's the example?
What do you mean? What's the example? Any figure that Blitzway has made, any 1/6 scale figure that Blitzway has made is always sold in North America. So why isn't it a problem for Blitzway, but suddenly it's a problem for Jazz Inc.? Because it's bullshit and it's retarded and it makes no sense. If you're a company that makes that buys the license to sell whatever the hell you want to sell, okay, nobody's going to tell you you can't do that. So therefore, the reason why Hot Toys makes is allowed to sell everywhere is because they paid to sell everywhere. Jazz Inc. clearly didn't pay to sell everywhere, which is why he has to figure out how to sell everywhere. I'm assuming that these licenses are very expensive, which is how they try to get around, or why they try to get around not paying for them. Okay, so what is the easiest thing to do? Let's blame somebody else. Again, if that were the case, if Hot Toys and Sideshow were such pieces of shit going after every 6-scale figure, then guess what? There would be no Blitzway, there would be no Enterbay, there would be no nothing else. Because guess what? We don't want any competition because there are more competent companies out there. That's retarded. That makes no sense. And that's fucking stupid. Okay? That's stupid. That makes absolutely no sense. That every single company comes out with a product and suddenly they're going to block them from making money. If I am WB or DC or whoever it is or Marvel, and a company comes to me and says, I want to be able to sell here, here, here. How much do you charge for this? $1 billion. If I don't want to pay that $1 billion, guess what? I'm not selling anywhere. And you can blame whoever the hell you want for me not being able to sell wherever I want. But at the end of the day, it comes down to being allowed and given permission by the licensor, which is, again, Marvel, DC, whoever the hell is given permissions per region to sell your product. So that makes absolutely no sense. Again, Blitzway. Let's talk about Blitzway. How come every time Blitzway comes out with a figure, it's okay? How come 3-0 comes out with a figure and it's okay? Oh, Jazz Inc., the peasant that just came out of nowhere with their very first figure.
I don't like that example. I don't like that example. When does Blitzway come out with like a Marvel or DC character that Sideshow?
We're not talking about Marvel or DC. We're talking about North America distribution. Period. We're not talking about anything else.
3-0 does Iron Man figures all the time.
Well,
in a different scale,
but
right?
beyond that, we're not talking about a specific line or anything like that. We're talking about distribution. Okay, how are we able to get Blitzway in 1/6 scale everywhere? How come they're not blocked by Sideshow all of a sudden? And Blitzway makes classics. They make classics that they don't reissue. That's a competent company right there, and they're allowed to sell everywhere. So where's the issue? Where's Hot Toys getting involved? Where's Sideshow getting involved? They're not, because it means it doesn't matter.
It's just money and legality.
That's it.
So
this is my point, and this is why I question everything about Jazz Inc. And you guys take it as I hate him. No, a lot of the shit that he says makes absolutely no sense, and you idiots swallow that right up, because it all comes down to being allowed by the licensor. Period. And that comes down to what? Money. So if you don't want to pay to sell in Europe, if you don't want to pay to sell in North America, if you don't want to sell to pay to sell in Asia, you're not going to sell there. Period. And you can't even say, let's say that it's, oh, well, it's because Hot Toys has a deal with them where they can't allow, nobody else to sell. Again, let's go back to Blitzway. So then how come other companies are allowed to, but just not Jazz Inc.? Retarded. It makes absolutely no sense. So anytime people say dumb shit like this is how they sound. Retarded. Because at the end of the day, the only one in charge of allowing anybody to sell anything anywhere is the licensor. Comes to Marvel, comes to DC, comes down to WB. Whoever owns those licenses is the only one in charge. Who the hell is Hot Toys and who the hell is Sideshow to dictate another company's fate? They're nobodies. They mind their own business with their company. Obviously, if somebody's coming in illegally to mess with their money, of course they're going to retaliate and try to block that illegally.
That's it. Ben Franklin decides.
Exactly. That's an illegal company coming after them. If Jazz Inc. is licensed, which apparently they're no longer illegal, according to him, and being printed on the box and all that stuff, right? If he's already licensed, it's not about anything else, but he's not paying to be able to sell in North America. Period. Point blank. End of story. There is absolutely nothing else that makes sense. I can tell you 100% Hot Toys is not looking at Jazz Inc. for competition. They don't exist to Hot Toys right now. Okay? So that's the end of that conversation. So anybody who goes out there...
I think you're wrong.
Tell me what.
You think Hot Toy, you think Sideshow is not watching companies selling in their territory and not paying attention to Jazz Inc.?
It's a legal company. If anything, right? They would be looking at.
Hold on. When you say it's a legal company, you're talking about Jazz Inc.?
Jazz Inc. is legal. Jazz Inc. is legal at this moment.
No, hold on. Jazz Inc. might be legal. Like, we don't know. Let's be honest. We really don't know. But like, they might have the DC license for Finland.
That's my point. Exactly my point. So that is what dictates them not being able to sell in North America, not Sideshow or Hot Toys. Period.
But wait a minute.
Right. But they are selling here. There's no question. They are selling here. There's no question. So the fact that they are selling here, Sideshow is probably raising that fact and annoyed by it, right?
Well, let me ask you this. Could it be a business decision? Here I am. I'm Jost. They present to me the bill to sell North America. I look at and I say, wait a minute, I can backdoor it through 1/6 Kid. I can backdoor it to Spec Fiction and still make my money, and I don't have to pay the bill. That's a business decision. That's a smart business decision, because he's not paying the North American license, and yet he's going to get his items sold through Kid. I'm just speculating. I don't know if this is true, but I would think that as a businessman, you're telling me the North American license is $1 million, and I'm just exaggerating, of course, and I want to save $1 million, and I can backdoor it through
exactly. Period. And that is exactly what's happening.
But this is no different than Toys Wonderland. This is really no different than Toys Wonderland.
No. That has nothing to do with Toys Wonderland.
Toys Wonderland is selling fake.
No. Correct. But Toys Wonderland is a reseller of product. Yes. They're not making anything that's licensed.
Sideshow has Hot Toys North American distribution.
Correct.
Not 1/6 scale.
Correct.
Just Hot Toys.
Correct.
So that means that nobody can sell Hot Toys legally. A reseller can sell it, but somebody down the street cannot open up a Hot Toys store and sell in competition to Sideshow.
But hold on, but that it might go beyond that, because Sideshow has made DC 1/6 figures and Marvel 1/6 figures, so they might have and just aren't doing maybe anything with it. They may have like the 1/6 DC license for 1/6 figures, like they, you know what I mean? They could have it.
I'm telling you.
That's another thing that I was thinking earlier that brings up another interesting conversation is that Sideshow and Hot Toys were at one time linked. They have business arrangements that link them now, but Sideshow has been cock blocking Hot Toys with a lot of like your Hoff Luke, your Hoff, your Greedo, your Bib Fortuna.
But
you know why Hot Toys
different
ain't doing any of
story,
those?
but that's a different story, though. That you're talking about a specific license to a specific character, right?
Sure, but I'm not even talking about licensing. I'm just saying
Okay.
they are in bed to a certain degree that the reason you're not getting these figures from Hot Toys is because Sideshow made them.
Correct.
They're splitting some of these things up.
Right.
So there is a relationship there.
Absolutely.
But legally, if Jazz comes to Sideshow for distribution and pays whatever, they work out whatever contract,
Exactly.
it's not going to have anything to do with Hot Toys. Hot
Correct.
Toys, Jazz isn't on that level.
Correct.
But let me tell you,
Inart's got
I
the
can
back.
see it happening now that you say it out loud. Like I can see, like I feel like Sideshow is hurting. Like again, they're not going to cons anymore.
Yeah.
Right? The pandemic crazy buy rush is over. Like it's an avenue of making money. Why not carry Jazz Inc? People are buying them. I mean, they're going to get a VIG on it, right? That's all they technically get is a VIG.
Yeah. Right. And going back to one point that Jay made, that is a very good point. Also, if you want to look at it a different way, right? Specifically what he said just now. If you have Jazz Inc., right, licensed, right, as they are now, not allowed to sell in North America, right? But they're licensed, right? According to them, like Mike said, according to them, we don't know. According to them, they're licensed, right? Clearly not in North America. That's a problem. If they decided to go reach out to Sideshow and say, hey, can you distribute our product? Immediately, they're going to say no, because you're not legally allowed to sell your product in North America. Period. Point blank. End of story. Has nothing to do with.
They would have the license to do it. That's why Jazz would approach Sideshow because Sideshow has the distribution.
I'm saying right this moment. I'm not saying if anything. I'm saying at this moment right now, we're having a conversation about Jazz Inc. not being able to sell in North America right now. This is the truth. This is the fact. What I'm saying is right now, forget hypotheticals, forget if. Right this moment, if Jazz Inc. went to Sideshow, again, right at this moment, they're licensed. Okay? They're licensed where? Who the hell knows? Maybe just Europe, but they're licensed.
Okay, but let's go with that. Let's say they have their license.
Let me finish the point. So they're licensed right now. 100%. That's a fact. Right. Again, where are they? What region? Nobody knows. Let's assume just Europe. Okay. Now, they go to Sideshow right now, licensed in Europe. They go to Sideshow and say, hey, could you distribute our product overseas, North America? What is Sideshow response? Absolutely not, because you're not licensed. Obviously, they would have these conversations. Are you licensed? Are you allowed? Blah, blah, blah. Let me see the paperwork, this and that. Right. Let's say they say you're not legally allowed to sell in North America. Therefore, I am not getting involved with you because that's illegal. That's breaking, breach of contract for most likely, whatever deals they got going on with other companies, period. Right? That's what would happen. They would just say no. If now hypothetical, if Jazz Inc. was licensed in North America and they reached out to Sideshow, hey, we're licensed in North America. Can you distribute our product? Why the hell wouldn't they if they're going to make money on it?
What about competition too? Like they're okay. So it gets complicated.
You're making it. Guess what I'm not understanding. Again, Juiced would only approach Sideshow if they owned the distribution rights in the United States, right? If they, why would they approach? They would only approach Sideshow if they had the golden key to get them into the American market to resell, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was reading the comment. What was that?
Jay's like, what?
Juice would only approach Sideshow if Sideshow was the licensed distributor of DC 1/6 figures in North America.
Right. Thank you. That's what I was trying to get at a minute ago.
They have the DC license in Europe, let's say. That's right. What they and remember, they backdoored into this license too. They didn't have the license. They were gonna, I would say, get sued. Instead of getting sued, they ended up working out a deal with Warner Brothers.
I believe it.
And they got a license. And again,
it's probably some basic ass license too.
You're right. It is. It's again, like I said, it's probably they have the Finland DC license, which allows them to make their stuff in their garage in Finland, in Switzerland, wherever.
That's the thing. We're talking about Sideshow and Hot Toys. This could be just Warner Brothers issue. They're the ones that decide the regional areas that are licensed.
100%.
So they might have somebody else that's licensed for North America that they don't want the competition because they're getting money from this guy, money from this guy. It's a Warner Brothers thing, you know? But also, too, think about this. Here's a problem people have. People speak hyperbolically. Yeah. Jazz, I didn't see this portion of the stream, so I don't know what he said about licensing. But all he has to do is say flippantly, oh, well, Hot Toys is getting their panties in a bunch because I'm coming into the game. And people run with it like that is the truth.
Exactly.
But it's just Yost speaking off the cuff about how he feels about a particular situation. It doesn't mean that Hot Toys is gunning for him.
It is not true at all. At all.
Right. But I don't think Yost is trying to sell that. He's just speaking off the cuff. And people sit there and run on his every word, and they're like, "Oh, he said this, so therefore I can," you know. And it's like, come on, you know.
And don't you think it's coming from it's probably coming from the Hot Toys targeting of Toys Wonderland, because they went after Toys Wonderland so aggressively. Like, that was a first when they did that.
It's two different worlds, though. Toys Wonderland and Jazz Inc. are two different worlds. We're talking about,
but it's basically it's where this is all coming from, because we really don't know how this all fucking works, anyways. So it's just how this is where it's coming from. It's Sideshow going after somebody. Is what it comes down to.
No. It's not the same. I want to tell you why it's not the same, because now you're talking about a distributor, Sideshow, going after a reseller, Toys Wonderland. That is a direct competition to Sideshow, and they're selling illegally in mass numbers, affecting their bottom line. That's the problem.
That's it right there. Yeah. There's plenty of laws on the books that you aren't supposed to leave a pie out on your windowsill and all that crap. Nobody asked Nefty, former NYPD. You don't enforce old laws. You enforce things that are pertinent to situations, right?
Correct.
So Sideshow ain't going to care about somebody making one or two figures. Correct. They're going to care about somebody cutting into their bottom line, like Toys Wonderland.
That's the connection. So, Mike, you're connecting.
Hold on, we have an expert though. We have an expert. Uncarded says he knows the distribution laws of the European market and of the United States market. So, Uncarded, please fill us in, because we don't know what we're talking about. Go ahead.
Round two.
Yost is a joke.
Uncarded, give us the distribution law so we can have a good conversation here.
It said Yost is a joke. Howard Chan is chilling. Yeah, you think Howard's sweating Jazz Inc.? You think Howard, if anything, if Howard really had an issue with Jazz Inc., you know what would happen? Hey, WB, can I get that Catwoman license? Let me tease just the silhouette and watch Jazz Inc. crumble. Okay? Crumble. So it's not about that. It has nothing to do with that. So if you want to believe, if you guys want to believe that what Yost is saying is true, you peasants go ahead and believe it. I can tell you it makes absolutely no sense. At the end of the day, you're not allowed to sell something that you didn't pay for. Period, point blank, end of story. And you're not allowed to sell anywhere that you didn't pay for permission to sell at. So that's my thoughts. I could be 100% wrong, but I can tell you it doesn't make sense for him to say, oh, well, Sideshow's coming after me. And I can guarantee you he's playing that as victim exactly for this reason, because then he knows that you're going to have peasants who are going to run with it and spread it all over. And then what? Oh, look, they won't let him sell, blah, blah, blah. Let's buy the product so we can support him. That's what it's most likely looking for. But I can tell you, Sideshow and Hot Toys don't give a shit about his one single Catwoman.
Yeah, but I don't think Yost has got this master plan where he's manipulating the people to talk for him and all that. I think people just take things out of context.
But that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
Just calls Warner Brothers, says, listen, can I find out if I can distribute in North America? The Warner Brother legal teams, they reach out to their counterpart, and the counterpart says, nope. He gets back to the judge, nope, you can't. That's it. That's how simple probably it is. You know?
Joe Biden Beaver.
Harvey then says, bro, people are honestly sniffing for beef between Howard and Yost harder than Joe Biden Beaver. I'm telling you, this is why I say, right, that what Yost says is to create hype. I've said this plenty of times. I say it all the time. He's very smart. He's a salesman. That's why you have to question everything. He's been doing this for how long? He knows
You
what he's
don't
doing.
have to question everything. You got to question some things. Sometimes you got to take people for their word.
Absolutely not. I question everything because especially coming from the salesman.
Or granted by the license holder. What is this moron saying? This is what we've been saying.
What? Say it again.
Man, this uncarded. He's just as big as an idiot as the guy who made this first comment here.
Why? What did he say? What did he say?
It's not worth even going on about it.
Well, the sideshow not hurting is bullshit.
This is what we're saying. Like, if you own the license, you have the distribution rights.
WB licenses are regional. Distribution rights are granted by the license holder. People who purchase from Hong Kong resellers are breaking the law. What else you want to know, Mike?
Distribution rights. Wait, bring that back.
Is that not what we're saying?
Yeah.
WB licenses are regional. Distribution rights are granted by the license holder. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what he's right. What he's saying here is that if they're regional, right? If they're regional and Juiced owns the Finnish regional WB license, if he attempts to sell anywhere outside of Finland,
that region.
That
said region, right?
And he treads into another license holder's region and distribution territory. That's a violation, and you would probably get a suit.
Right.
The regional rights are the distribution rights. I don't understand. I'm having trouble understanding that comment.
Well, no, because again, when you get a license to sell the product, obviously sell the product, period, but also obviously I'm going to assume that the region comes attached to that license. You know what I mean? So it's the two things, at the same time. It's not going to be like, oh, let me just make my product. Let me allow me to make your product, with your name on it, with your stamp on it, with your trademark on it. And then what? Where do you go from there? Obviously,
what good is having a license without distribution?
Right. You have to determine at that moment where it's going. Correct. Where you're going to be selling that said product. Absolutely.
Yes.
Albert says, Bobby says, are you sure Hot Toys didn't do that? Maybe one is coming. No, I'm telling you, they're not. Again, if Hot Toys wants to really destroy Jazz Inc., that's all they would have to do is put up a silhouette of a Catwoman, and that's the end of Jazz Inc. Because whoever's planning on buying this Jazz Inc. Catwoman will obviously most likely go to get the Hot Toys one because it'll be better no matter what.
It wouldn't destroy them, but they've done stuff like that before.
No. And that's my point. Exactly.
They're not going after Eternal.
Exactly.
They're not going after Mars.
Exactly. So
granted, they're illegal, but still.
That's my point. So they're going to go after Yost, who's suddenly, all of a sudden legal now. They're licensed now. Hot Toys has it in for them with their first figure.
With one figure.
Here. That makes no sense, and that's my point. Absolutely no sense. It'll never happen. Yost is not that important. Jazz Inc. is not that important. They're not on their radar, and I can tell you they're not going to waste their time. Again, if they were illegal, that's a different conversation. They're not illegal. They're just not permitted. They have no permission to sell in North America because guess why? 99.9% chance they didn't pay to be allowed to sell in North America. So because they know that by attaching themselves to Kit, to Spec Fiction, to whoever, they could get around having to pay the $1 million, the $100,000, the $500,000 North America license.
Because it's happening all the time. That is happening all the time now.
What'd you say, nothing?
No, that's a smart business move,
Well, it's not. It's you could say smart all at once.
Shrewd,
you know what I mean?
Shrewd business move.
And he's saving money. He's saving money. He's saving a lot of money by not having to pay for the North American license. Absolutely. But don't come out and try to blame Sideshow and Hot Toys that they're blocking your business.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I think this is a case of people knowing 1% of information and extrapolating the other 99% and getting it wrong and putting their own opinion on things, like we are doing right now.
No, I said from the beginning. What did I say? I may be 100% wrong, but I'm telling you, this is what I feel, and this is what I'm gonna say, and nobody's gonna change my mind. I'm not saying I'm 100% right. I'm telling you what makes sense to me and only me. I'm not telling you guys for it to make sense to you. I'm just telling you what I feel. Again, I don't know anything about licenses. We know that already. I don't think anybody knows about licenses regarding any of this, or else guess what? These conversations would never be happening anymore because everybody would know exactly what goes on with licenses. So that's
uncarded notes. Uncarded notes.
Uncarded notes.
Well, who knows? Maybe he works in this industry and we don't know. I don't know. But
Albert says this is Hot Toys version of the Real Housewives. Guys, there's 30 of you guys in here. Hit that like button, please, if you don't mind. Thank you guys for being here as well.
How dare you?
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Nightmare says, I have a theory. Howard did not start selling the 2022 Batmobile out of professional courtesy because Yost announced it. If I am right, Yost is not returning the courtesy and Howard could strike. Ooh, I don't know about that. Again, I don't think Hot Toys is looking for mercy for these people, right? I don't think so. I think, again, when it comes to Sideshow being affected directly money-wise, right? Obviously, they're going to do something about it, which is what they did with Toys Wonderland. Yost being licensed doesn't make them a problem for anybody, period. It's that simple. They're licensed. They shouldn't be looked at as, oh, look, what is this guy doing? What is it? It doesn't matter because guess what? They were given permission by DC, WB, whoever the hell, to sell that product. So nobody's going to be looking at them. Why? They're licensed. What is the issue? So nobody licensed in the world can sell anything because Sideshow and Hot Toys said so. That would mean that Blitzway wouldn't be around because they would be completely cut off. So again, that's my point. Go ahead.
Why do we? Everything. The answer to everything is money. Everything. Why does the world run the way it does? Money. Why do businesses make decisions? Money. Why do bands break up? Money. It's all money, 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 money. So take out your collector brain, take out your business brain, and just go, what makes sense financially? That's what's motivating companies. Period.
Nefty, your thoughts?
No, I mean, I already mentioned that. I believe that it's a regional thing. It was a simple call that Joe did to his legal to Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers runs it through their legal. Hey, can he sell in that region? No, and he got the answer no. And then he said, all right, let me as a businessman, let me go through the back door via Six and Spec Fiction and sell it that way, and save money that way. But Sideshow and Hot Toys, if anything, they have their right, they have their license, they protect the region.
Right, exactly. So again, this comment here is again stupid, retarded. It makes no sense because again, it comes from somewhere else. This is not his own thought. This came from what Yost said, and he's saying, "Oh, this is what I got out of it," and none of that makes sense. Even if Yost said it, it makes no sense because then that means again. So what happens to Mondo? Mondo's selling 1/6 scale figures on Sideshow. They're licensed. They're 1/6. Why isn't Hot Toys going after them? Because they don't care. Because competition is not the problem. The problem is the illegal side of it, the illegal part of it. Nobody's going to go after another licensed company. You want to do competition when you're licensed? What Hot Toys is going to do is make a Catwoman to destroy. If that's your goal, believe me when I tell you, that's how Hot Toys will destroy any company, by announcing their own version of whatever product that other company's doing. That's it. That's how they get involved, and that's how they destroy any other company if that's what they want and that's their goal. But they're not going to sit there and go, hey, Sideshow calling Hot Toys. Hey, Howard, did you see this Jazz Inc. with this Catwoman? What do you think? We should block them or what? Absolutely not happening. It's retarded. Nefty, so now after this conversation, how do you feel about Jazz Inc.? You're still going to be a peasant, or you're going to quit for a little bit?
I'm still locked into Jazz Inc.
I'm still locked in.
I mean, I do want to see, the final product of Catwoman, the diorama. I mean, he's putting a lot into it. It's going to be his kind of like the debut. I mean, I know he's already done a 1/6 scale figure, but he knows how venomous this collecting community is. He himself is a collector, so he knows he has to bring his A.
Yeah, but I'm telling you guys
again. And let me tell you something. if he hits it, man, watch all these distributors open up because at the end of the day, it's about money, man. And
Period. That's it. That's all. That's all it's about. And the reason why being illegal or not paying for the regional license specifically is a problem is because you're going to be stealing money from somebody. That's why you need permission from the licensor, whether it's Marvel, DC, WB, whoever the hell it is. You need to be given permission to any specific region. Number one, because obviously you got to pay for it. Number two, so they know who is in that market with what product. Clearly, we know, for example, J&D. So how come, okay, another example, how come nobody said that shit about J&D? How come nobody said, hey, how come J&D being licensed, how come J&D didn't get the North America license? Is it because Sideshow and Hot Toys said, hey, J&D, you're not getting shit? Absolutely not. They're perfectly okay selling their shit in Asia. That's why they didn't go looking for North America. They felt like they didn't need North America. They literally said, we don't need anybody else, but these figures are for our people here in Korea. So there you go. So how come nobody said that then for J&D? Because it's not a fucking thing. That's why. Let me see.
Why does anybody really care, quite honestly? Other than Nefty brought up a really good point about getting what were you saying, Nefty, about getting help with like if something's broken?
Well, my issue when I started hearing about the going the route with 1/6 Kid and or Spec Fiction was if you remember with Inard mentioned that when they came out with the initial characters that they were going to go, you would have to go through distribution to get it in America. But he said at the time, Inard, if there was a quality issue with it, you would have to deal with the distributor. Now, if that would be the case in the Joe's a new 1/6 Kid and Spec Fiction world, if I would have issue with them, I still want to know that I can go to Joe's to Jazz Inc. directly to get it solved, because I can suspect that
you are, but you're I think you are but it has to go through the distributor, like in order to avoid the
that's crazy though. Because,
yeah,
by the time you go to 1/6 Kid, 1/6 Kid doesn't have a warehouse where he has the pieces of it. You understand? Like Jazz Inc., he goes to his garage. It's right there. The piece he sends it to, based on what I've dealt with. And I've dealt with a lot of quality issues when it came to with Josh.
Be a middleman.
So he kind of already chimed in, Joe, saying that you can still deal with them with quality issues.
So now that's the one good reason to have a North American distributor, so you can get quality service if there's an issue. Other than that, none of us should give a crap.
It's convenience, right?
Yeah, but that's it. I can't think of any other reason to care who has what for where. I order from all over the world, and I think the majority of us as collectors do.
Also, too, don't forget the tax aspect of it too. We have when we deal with somebody like that, we got to pay tax. When they're not, in the region, we avoid the tax, and that's the issue.
Yeah,
too.
but I go to Kit and get things cheaper than I do from Sideshow, and I get good service. Everything's here fast. Like, I don't care who's got what distribution rights to anywhere. I'm ordering from wherever I can get it from. Right. The people that look at the UK. We always look at this from our version from North America.
Right.
UK gets screwed on this shit all the time.
Yeah, man.
They've got a completely different outlook on this whole thing right now.
Meaning,
they're not worried about our distribution.
Explain how they get screwed.
They have to. It just costs them more for tax, import tax, things like that. They get things much later.
Gotcha. Same as Australia.
Australia. That's why pop culture works. I hate saying that word like that. I'm not ghetto. Stop. Anyway. That freaking company, why they're so great is because of the exchange rate and the fact that they get their stuff 6 months later. So if you miss it now, you're probably going to be able to get it. They're going to get a batch coming in. Right. So you have time to look at everybody's reviews, figure out your finances, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he also said this. He said that North America is 50%. So think about that. I did hear that because they sent me the clip of him saying that, word for word, literally. So the thing is this. Why wouldn't he why wouldn't he want to be able to distribute in North America? If this is what he's saying, 50% of his business is North America. He wants to distribute in North America while not paying for the distribution, for the regional distribution license for North America. I think that's what he's trying to do.
Good business.
I mean, where's this gonna be in North America? Is it gonna be in Disney stores, or is it just gonna be ordering from a distributor in North America?
That's the goal. It's a licensed distributor, somebody doing the right thing by any given company. He doesn't want to do resellers, period. But resellers are his only chance if he doesn't get the regional, permission.
Right, but what I'm saying is, Hot Toys goes through Sideshow, and Sideshow can distribute to Disney, and you can pick up Hot Toys at Disney, right? You're not, even if Yoast gets a North American license, you're not going to find Jazz Inc. at your local comic book store or whatever.
No.
Or it's like you're still going to order online, is what I'm trying to get at.
Correct.
99% of
get
the
it
people.
locally. You're going to get it from within the U.S. is the only difference.
But I was gonna say, doesn't the problem get solved if we connected Juiced with Spec Fiction, and then Juice just ships everything to Spec Fiction, and Spec Fiction sells it through their website? Like, that's how you would get around.
Right, but clearly, right, that would make sense. But clearly, it hasn't happened for a reason.
That's what InArt's doing, right? InArt's exactly doing that. They can't sell here. They're selling through Spec Fiction. If you have a problem with one of their figures, you got to go through Spec Fiction. You can't contact them. You got to.
But Mike, what about Spec having? All right, Gandalf they gave me tracking 3 days. It didn't move. I called him up and I said, "What's up with the tracking? Should I be concerned?" He goes, "Well, the way we do it here is we ship directly to you, so it's coming by boat from China."
So they're drop shipping it.
Yeah. So Spec doesn't even touch the product.
Yep. So they're drop shipping it. So they're basically, that makes sense.
They're just the middleman.
But my question with that is, does Spec have a warehouse in China?
They have to.
Know.
They have to.
They have to, right?
They might have a warehouse in the Philippines. I don't know, but who knows?
Okay, but I mean overseas, they have to have a warehouse.
They definitely have one here in the U.S.
Because otherwise, they're not a reseller; they're a distributor.
They are look at that's what they became. That's where they came from. I'm pretty sure that's Todd's business was distribution before anything. He was a distributor of products, not just statues. Like, that's how he got into the game, I think.
Yeah. So if I could get my Gandalf from Spec, and I couldn't. But now you couldn't get it from BBTS, but now you can get Paul Atreides from BBTS. That means that BBTS has a distribution deal somehow, and Spec was essentially a reseller, which means they would have to have their own off-site warehouse. They would have to purchase the product, store them.
Big Bad Toy Store was carrying.
They are currently
InArt.
Paul Atreides. So they just started carrying InArt. They weren't when Aragorn.
This one figure, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's a tough one because Big Bad. That's a tough one because Big Bad is one of the big North American.
And they go through Sideshow.
Yeah, and they have their contract through Sideshow, right?
Jim says, "Isn't the whole third-party thing the way around licensing, and that's why it has to be held in meaningless disdain?"
Yeah. To a degree. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. If he wants licensing in the US, the only way it's going to benefit him is if he can get it in front of people who don't do what we're doing. They don't order online. They don't follow the streams. They don't watch the chats. Because everybody that's in here with us that watches and all the shows we watch, we all order online. We don't give a crap if it's down the street. We're going to get it anyway.
Bob says, the real question is, what does the show Fiverr think about this?
Bob, you can't constantly sit in the shadows and drop these gems. At some point, you got to come out and talk to us. Like, this is.
Oh my God. This is Bob to you right now. You ready? This is Bob to you right now.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I know, but he's got good things, and then he just, he just drops them on you and goes away, and you're like, "Come here, let's talk about it."
Unreal. That's very peasant-like, Brad says, any of you guys get hit with import tax?
Yes,
I have. I have. On a piece of art. Yeah, I've been hit with it from FedEx, and I've had another guy when I've sent something, and he basically wanted me to declare it at a lower value instead of what I declared it at, and he was pissed at what I declared it at because that meant like over a certain amount of money, he was going to get hit with some kind of import tax where I think he was in Paris or something like that, where he got hit in shipping it from here. So and FedEx is the one who hits you with that. So like FedEx sends me a bill. Let's say I like even from Canada. Like I just bought some art from Canada, and the artist basically said, look, because of how much you bought, you could get hit with something. Like you may not, but there's a chance you could. So
I think I saw something like that with my pop culture stuff too. I think when I just got 4 figures and they sent me like some paperwork was in with the shipping, and it said something about like if I need to use it, I think that was about customs. It was about if customs stops that product, I can use that number to tell them that it's okay and it's not drugs or whatever. I think that's different. Never mind.
I did hear, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I did hear someone get hit with something from Australia regarding that. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I think all that stuff's factored into the price though already.
But it's not
I don't
huge.
know.
It's not huge. Like I want to say like every time I've been hit, it's been like $65, $75 in that range.
Yeah.
Like what is VAT? When you go through Yoast and he says VAT or whatever, what is that exactly?
European tax.
It's a tax, right? The T is tax.
VAT, yeah.
Shipping tax or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get that when we order our Batmobile from Yoast. We got that, right?
Yes.
That was factored in.
Oh, it was?
I believe so. I never got a separate bill. I got shipping with VAT included in the shipping.
Yep.
That sounds like a what does the government do? They charge you a processing fee. That's what it sounds like.
Value added tax. Is that what that?
There you go. Processing fee.
It's basically a sales tax, a consumption tax assessed on the value of each product.
For the Queen, or
basically international sales tax. Sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get hit nationally, federally, state. It's the mob. It's the mob.
It's you know what it really is. Literally, it's the peasant tax. So guys,
what is this new fucking word with him?
So now, guys, we're getting back into our weekly Wheel of Fortune. So we have the figure of the week tonight.
Oh, no.
What?
Wait, before you do the wheel.
Yeah.
Can I do the thing with the collecting that I was talking about, the boxes?
Yes. I forgot. Let's go.
So this is only going to apply to people that never want to sell their stuff. But I found a way around having to completely throw all your boxes in the trash if you want to make some space. I was going to throw everything out, so I went and I got a bunch of stuff, organizers and whatnot, and I put all the heads in a gun case. I'll show you that real quick. This is just some of them. I've just started on my collection, but here's extra sculpts.
That's sick.
Pretty cool. Easy, cheap way to hold on to all your sculpts. This is all about getting rid of your boxes. So then I take hands and I put them in like this is for pictures.
That's sick.
And then you can fit each one of these individual things. I could fit maybe like 4 figures worth of hands in each one of these.
Right.
More than that.
Okay, so there's that. So now you're left with the box and the clamshells. So if you notice these boxes, these tabs here, nothing is glued. This is just a little tab that slips under the side tab to keep these boxes to hold their shape.
Yeah, they locked in like that.
Yeah, so if you just simply pry them apart, you can stack them with the sleeve is in here too. The art sleeve, the back of the box, and the insert that holds the back of the box firm is all here. And the flap flaps over and keeps it all in place. And I can get 50 of these taking up that much space.
Stacked on top of each other.
And the only thing you're going to lose is your clamshell. So there goes your resellability. But I don't plan on ever selling these things. But I'm telling you, I'm about to free up a half a room's worth of space and still get to keep all this stuff. You can refold this, make the box again, and get foam inserts for the inside. And you can ship your figures, sell them. You know, just tell people they're not getting a clamshell. Knock $30 off the price for a clamshell. But all of that space, we're always talking about what to do with the empty boxes, and the conversation is always throw them out or keep them.
Right.
This kind of meets middle of the road. You get to keep all the important stuff, and you get rid of the thing that really takes up all the space.
And like, what's the replacement for the clamshell? Probably that same foam, right? You could probably put that foam in.
100%.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
get
if you really, say you move and you want to put all these things in boxes to ship them to your new house, buy a bunch of cheap foam. You can get that perforated foam anywhere, dirt cheap,
Yep.
and put them right back in the boxes they came in. You could sell them like that, and then it's almost like a hybrid DX figure when you open it up. Suddenly, Captain Rex has foam around him instead of clamshell. He looks a little cooler, you know.
You're selling custom. You're selling custom Hot Toys.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do, guys, the figure of the week. So let's get started. This is gonna be for Nefty. Hopefully, you get something fun.
Female, DC female, third party.
Oh, third party male, Nefty.
Got it.
All right. So we have third party for Nefty. We got for Jay. Let's see what he's got. We got Star Wars female, your favorite. Then we got Michael. DC male. Oh, other IPs, whatever you want. Anything you want. It could be a statue if you want. And this one's for me. This one is for me, Star Wars female. All right, Star Wars female. I'll be back. I'll be back. Star Wars female. Where are you? Star Wars female. Female. I got my beauty. I got my beauty. My beauty. Let's see. All right. Oh, I hope you guys didn't see it. I just showed it on camera like a peasant. Let's see. Hold on. All right. Did everybody get theirs yet? I knew I dropped something. All righty. So let's see. All right. All right, guys. Yeah, buddy. Let's see what you guys are saying real quick. Don Joker Leone. I never got hit with the import tax, but others have. Fabulous. Oh my god, I threw mine out. Move over Martha Stewart. Joker Jane in the house. Albert says Acolyte killed Star Wars, so it's true. Harvey Dent says third party DC film Nefty about to pull out the Jazzing Catwoman Deluxe to flex on us peasants. And then we have, let's see. Vanessa says, I thought it was Inar for sure. Michael, what is that?
You said I could show anything, so I'm gonna. But I gotta make sure I turn this mic off. I think. Hold on.
Oh, look at that! Nice. Nice.
This is what I did the other day, right? When I got all crazy. Let me mute this one. Hold on.
Well, I muted the other one already. Thank so.
you.
Yeah, so you're good. Look at that. My God.
Wow.
Look at that Thanos.
Of course it did that.
There it is.
Nice.
See?
Beautiful. That's my Thanos display.
How many Thanos in total do you have? 5?
What do I got there? That's the Mezco Thanos. That's Kota Bakia. That's Royal Selangor. That's that pewter stuff I was showing you guys.
Yep.
That's sick.
It's got like little gems on it, if you can see in there.
Oh, it's a different tone of color too.
Yeah, it's all like that silver pewter.
No,
That's
but the gauntlet looks different color though, isn't it?
yeah, it's gold. Yep.
Yeah, that's sick.
And it's got like gems in the.
Yeah, no, that looks awesome.
And then that's the legendary Sideshow Thanos on Throne exclusive version, which is meaning if they've made, I think they made 200 of them. I think and it came with that head sculpt. It came with that smiling, grinning. I guess what I would call the Ron Lin, Lim head sculpt. But that chair, like that throne he's sitting on, is just as epic as that that statue.
Look at that skull, that Geiger like skull arm. That's awesome.
Yeah, look how he's crushing the other one.
Yeah, oh, look at that with his right hand.
And then that's
See.
Bowen. The Bowen statues were like the original OG of the game.
That's sick.
That's sick.
That's it. This Thanos behind me, you never get to see it up close and personal.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Nefty.
I started going through my third party. I went with this one first, and then I realized, wait, he's licensed, so he doesn't count. So then I went with this guy. Then I went with this guy, Blondie here, and then I realized, wait, he's licensed. That doesn't count. Then I found one that doesn't. That's a third party, not licensed. This bad boy.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice. The mask. Who's that by? That was the third party present toys.
Yeah, present toys. Yep.
That's got to stand out on the shelf, huh?
Yeah, it does. It does. It comes with the dog.
It came with the wolf. It came with the wolf head too.
Yeah. I have them on the side. Yeah. This these bad boys right here, man. These army toys.
Oh wait.
There's one more, but this is licensed.
Tell them how much fun they've been.
Oh my God! You warned me, man. Build every little piece. You got to build that, and I can't wait because I just ordered. What did I order? I ordered the Ghost that they remade. I was talking to Rudy about it, and I told you there's like a 5-part video on how to build that bad boy up.
Oh my God! Now we got Jay.
So I think this particular figure is fantastic. I think she just kind of got looked over for what she is in the suit and the accessories, helmet, sculpt, braided hair, the ponytail is wired. I mean, jeez. This Fennec Shan is fucking sick.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
But I also brought this girl to the party because I know a lot of people still don't have her and they really love her.
Yes.
So this is for.
Oh, I hate you.
Wow, you got like 4 of these, don't you?
No, I hate you because.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm sorry.
All right, so I'll show it. So this is mine, Hoth Leia, beautiful figure, guys. One of my favorite Leias of all time. Very, very simple, very, very basic. But this puffy jacket, beautiful. The face mask, beautiful. I have her with this thing attached, but the grabbing hand is kind of like funky, so it fell off. And obviously the goggles as well. Goggles are right here. I don't put them on just because I'd rather see her face.
Right.
But beautiful, beautiful figure. I feel like it's one of the best Princess Leias that Hot Toys has ever made.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good for sure.
And let me put this back on. Hold on 1 second. Because that's the one thing with her hands. She doesn't really have like actual grabbing hands. So it's like you gotta like kind of like place her stuff on there. At least for one of the what do you call it? One of the accessories.
Even the trigger hand isn't really like a trigger
It
hand.
doesn't hold anything.
Mm-hmm.
The worst.
I get double-sided tape, and I use that a lot with hands to like hold up the.
I do blue tack on the hands inside the palm, and I hold it. Yeah, that's the only way that to keep them stuck on there is the blue tack.
Like holding holograms, the Star Wars figures. I always put a little something underneath, things
blue
like that.
Tack as well. Blue tack as well. Yep, it keeps it on the hand, no problem. Let me say hello to Savon. Look at this guy. Appeared at the end of the night. Unreal. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
All right, guys. So Nefty, are you expecting anything? Are you waiting for anything? Have you ordered anything that you got notifications for that it's shipping?
Ken from what's that studio?
Iconic.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Ken. That's coming up.
Ken Masters.
And I'm waiting for my 4 troopers, the two white and 2 black. With the stand. Waiting on that as well. So any day now.
Wait. Brad's talking smack. Hold on. Hold on.
Konnichiwa, bitch.
So go ahead, Nefty.
No, yeah, just that. The Troopers and Ken from Iconic Studios.
Wait, which troopers? I didn't hear the troopers.
The black one, the one that
Shadow.
the Shadow.
Oh, Shadow. Okay.
And then the 2 white ones. I ordered 2 whites and 2 blacks.
Oh, nice. Racist. Jay, what about you?
I'm racist like Nefty. I got 2 blacks and 2 whites, and the black guys came.
Oh,
and the white guys are slow. The colonizers are taking a while to get over here and ruin the planet. Yeah, and then I got Ken coming, and then I got a delay for General Kenobi.
yeah, I got that too.
Yeah, I got the delay for that as well. Oh my god.
But that still leaves me at about 10 figures deep that Sideshow's late on. So it's like, man, I like them trickling it out so I can take care of it financially. But it's like, man, if they don't get on top of that, the other stuff's going to come out and it's going to be 9 figures delayed for 2 years. It's just going to keep going, I don't know what all these delays are. It's not just Hot Toys. It's everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
But let them, you know what I mean? We don't need to get bombarded with all these figures all at once. You know what I mean? I love.
Oh no, I'm
now,
taking advantage of the time
I
off.
love the delays. The delays are actually.
And wait till Trump gets in office. All the tariffs are back, bro.
Yeah, really. We might be done with Hot Toys.
You guys are so naive. You guys are so naive. Michael, your turn.
Iron Mans. Hopefully next week I'll have some Iron Mans open. Like I said, 1, 3.
So wait, what did you do with the boxes that you moved them out of the way? You opened them all, or?
No, I just stacked them up like a warehouse.
He just put them off camera view.
Yeah,
oh my god!
Like a little kid cleans the room. They stick everything under the bed.
Look at that! Look at that Thor. Remember?
You see him there? You see him over there in the? They're styled. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Look at this guy. I'll take that shield off the wall whenever you're done with it.
Yeah, look at it. Honestly, I gotta sell that stuff. I gotta get rid of that stuff.
He's like, I gotta sell.
That's really why I started doing it. I gotta start putting together a game plan.
And guys, this is what I got today. It felt like I've been waiting 3 years for this thing. It finally arrived from Uni, a Japanese website that I found on Google, and I paid, I think it was like $195 for this or something like that. And this is the 3-0 Rambo 2 figure, which is the last one they finally made. So they made Rambo 3 first, and they made First Blood Part 1 second, and now the Part 2 last. I don't know if they're going deeper. I don't know if they're going to do the Green Jacket version from Rambo 1. I don't know where they're headed, but this seems to be at least the last figure from the original trilogy. I don't know if they're gonna go, with the Last Blood and then the last Rambo and blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm excited to get this open because I could put it next to the 2 3-0s. Well, the 3 3-0s.
I was gonna say there's 3, right?
Well, there's 3 total, but what happened was I got 2 of the Rambo 1, right, for the 2 different looks. I got 2 Rambo 3s. But I'm only displaying 1. The other one, Rudy ended up getting, and then this one's the 3rd one, which will be my 4th out of the 3, because I didn't get 2 of these. I don't need 2 of these. I already know which way I'm going to display him. Obviously, without the black jacket on, he's going to be with the tank top with the headband on, and so just the classic Part 2 look. And then I also have to open the new red-blue Spider-Man figure deluxe that I have sitting here that came also last week. And then I'll be caught up. Guys, if you haven't checked out, please check out the Daredevil video. It's up already on the channel. Check it out. And don't forget to hit that like button if you don't mind.
Now, do you have licensing approval to get into Rudy's world? You're kind of stepping on his toes a little.
Why? What do you mean? What's Rudy's world?
It's good. That's his world, 3rd party and Rambo and all that stuff.
No.
You're the Hot Toys veteran. You're not the Uni veteran.
Whoa! I don't know if you know this, Jay, but Hot Toys has Rambos, and I have all of them.
Yeah, but that's not him. That's not him.
But 3-0 is licensed. They're not peasants, so this is also part of the license line. So like I said, I have all the Hot Toys ones. I have what's the general's name? The Lieutenant
Troutman or something.
Troutman. I have the Halo version of Rambo when he jumps off the plane with all the all the black. I have Rambo 2 and I have Rambo 3 also. So I have all those by Hot Toys. And then obviously, they're so old. They look like crap. They're very tiny bodies. Those bodies are garbage. So when 3-0 came out with theirs, I was like, oh, this is a no-brainer. These bodies are amazing. The likeness is amazing. And I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. These 3-0 Rambos are a billion times better than anything that is being sold on the StalloneShop.com website. Everything on there is nowhere near as good as these 3-0 Rambo figures.
Who's making those?
3-0.
No, the Stallone Shop.
Caustic, I think. Caustic is
They
making,
are?
I think so.
That's interesting because I like all the Caustic stuff I've gotten so far.
Caustic is making very, very like rare pieces that are licensed. You know what I mean?
They do weird stuff. Yeah.
Yep. It's very like the Fonz. They made what was the other thing they made recently they've made, I believe, Rockies or Rambos, if I'm not mistaken. I forget what else they made that just recently. No, it wasn't Rocky Rambo. It was a military figure. It was that what's his name? Chuck Norris. That's what they made.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Chuck Norris figure was made by Caustic as well. Again, very rare, something very random. Who the hell was looking for Fonz? Great figure, right? If you love the show, the figure looks awesome. Again, I don't think it's anywhere near a Hot Toys figure, right? When it comes to the likeness, the likeness is great, but I mean the detail, right? It's very generic looking to me, right? That's why I didn't get into any of that, even though I know who Fonz is. I didn't grow up watching the show, but the character's cool, right? So I would have, bought him no problem, but I don't like Caustic as a company. I own Caustic. I own two Caustic bodies, from years ago. And they're just very okay. So that's why I don't bother with that company. But, if you guys like that, why not? Let me catch up with you guys real quick, and then we're out of here. Hot Toys just posted on Facebook, Hono Wolverine unboxing video. Oh, nice. I haven't even ordered my Wolverine by Hono. Can you imagine that? That's your new favorite word. Ernesto, that ship has sailed. Mike, I'll take an unboxing video off your hands, an unbox fig off your hands, and pay $20 extra for an autographed. Who cares?
$20.
Yeah,
Mike's like, you're gonna have to kick that price up a little.
Oh my god, Mike's like,
Konnichiwa, bitch.
I might need to do it. We might need to do a sales show because, once I have Fabs come over to my storage unit and we go through that. Do that video.
I am doing a live stream during that visit on the unit.
We move storage units.
Insane. It's gonna be insane. You guys are gonna think I'm in the Sideshow warehouse. I can only imagine. Jim says that would be the first shipper box I ever saved. Look at that. All right, guys. So obviously we'll be back next week. I'll definitely be back on Tuesday if obviously there's no action beforehand. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being so active in the chat. And as always, guys, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.